You are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
It's Niall.
Harry.
And it's me, Brian. And on this week's episode, we are talking about 2 weeks' worth of anime because I was ill last week. And honestly, I was ill again this week. But I dragged myself out of bed to give you this entertainment as we talk about the anime that came from 2nd of August to the 15th of August, 2025.
Energy, beaten up anime.
Yeah.
Review of Fortnite. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yeah. Yaiba, episode 17. The man... Oh, God, don't want to throw this on a guy. Yuigo Shikagi Ryu.
Yagyu Shikagi Ryu. Yeah.
In which we meet yet another dead swordsman. This one, though, appears to be good.
He's a cool guy because he's beating up he's beating up miscreants who are hitting on women, which is our main characters, I guess. Our heroes. Well, okay, so there was a guy. It was like two guys hassling women, wasn't it? And then he's like intervenes. He's like, "Whoa, you're cute. Can I have your number, babe?" You know who I'm talking about. It's the guy who would do that. Not, I guess, Miyamoto might do that.
Kojiro Sasaki.
Kojiro Sasaki. Yeah.
So Kojiro gets in a duel with a wandering samurai, as you do down the middle of the street in modern day. But he shows off with like, "Look, my sword can grow," and it's like, "Well, I'm just going to cut your sword." It's like, that doesn't matter. I'm going to make it grow from where you cut it. Also, look how high I can get.
Sword.
Yeah, it's very much so the thing they were trying to do, the Puss in Boots thing. Can you turn into this thing that I can eat? That kind of thing. It's like, can you grow it really tall up in the sky? It's like, yes, I can. And your man just kicks it over, and he lands back at Yaiba's, or sorry, not Yaiba's thing, but yeah, your one's dojo, where he's going to be distracted by women there for the next 2 episodes. So he's out of the picture.
We got 1-for-1. We got a different revived swordsman who seems to be okay. Like, why have you been doing this for the last 450 years? Like, I don't know. I just woke up and I've been wandering around, like, basically helping people like that. Yeah. You got old, master. It's like, yeah, that'll happen when you stay alive for centuries just through sheer force of will.
Yeah. At first, he doesn't believe
Anyways,
that it is Musashi.
I've got these gold coins, been sent on the pawn to get by. It's like, I got an important one last final lesson for you, my student. We're gonna use that money. We're gonna party down. Woo! We're getting barbecue. We're getting booze. It's all on Yagyu.
And because he's a powerful, strong-willed, and like cool guy, he's like, no, I don't partake in drink until, like, you know, I need to be always on the job. And it's like, a real man knows how to hold his liquor. It's like, well, if you say so, Sensei, I'm gonna knock back this whole fucking bottle. And that's when he turns into a samurai Tex Avery drunken wolf, I think would be the best way to describe it.
Yes, right? I think that is pretty accurate.
It's a kind of like a cousin to the Kung Fu werewolf. Which is like there's more to that, like particular device than even know. There's like, you know, lesser known cousin, the samurai werewolf.
Yeah, it's something about the big bulbous nose is very cartoony vibes, and also he's getting drunker and drunker as it goes on. So obviously this is resurrected soul from a wolf, but that only seems to show up when he gets drunk, and he is evil when he is drunk, which is the other thing, I guess. So Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Wolf kind of situation, yeah.
And this is Jubei Yagyu, who's the historical figure.
Famous one-eyed folk hero.
Yes. Is it this episode that the lady comes back now? She's back next episode, isn't she?
The Deathstroke turns up like next time. I forgot entirely that, like, oh yeah, we gotta fucking meet like fucking Goemon and like challenge him to a duel for those things you robbed off of us. I completely forgot about in a couple of weeks space that was happening as well.
He's one of the few guys who's survived as a villain, not as a bad guy, because obviously our longest surviving guy is the frog dude.
Mr. Spider.
No, the frog, because he turned good, and he's been there since he turned good, basically, in the middle of a fight. But like, he stayed a bad guy is the impressive thing about our thief boy. Yeah.
yes, now Jubei is back to being a human. He's good again, so they're gonna go and retrieve this new orb and also get Goemon. Also, in the previous episode, Onimaru's sword's been repaired.
Yep.
Yeah, the scientist is saying some mightily suspicious things, but Onimaru is not paying attention to any of that nonsense.
No, well, to be
His
fair,
sword is fixed.
Onimaru has said, when the world's destroyed, I'm also going to kill you, in a previous episode. So I suspect the mad scientist may have plans of his own in order to make sure that does not happen.
Don't worry, before I kill all of humanity, I'm going to kill, after I kill all humanity, I'm going to kill you last. That's why you're in on my plan, right? It's like, yeah, definitely, that's why I've equipped your castle with lasers. Sure.
Well, he probably knows something too, that this was just an average, determined young man, but he's seen it turn evil overnight. So it must be possessed by the sword. But then the sword broke, but he's still being an evil dude. So how does this thing work? Is
yeah.
He split himself up. They decided to have some ideas about how to deal with this when the push comes to shove later.
Yeah, and after Goemon hurts, what's her name? The main girl, Sayaka. Yes. Then that really lights a fire under Yaiba, and we get an amazing fight where there are so many smears that he's reduced to marker lines. How fast he's moving.
There's a bit in the battlefield because he's
got
a
the line work disappears for it. It's one just going so wild.
Yeah, it actually separates from the fucking lines. The color separates from the lines. It's this bit where the battlefield sort of I guess entire squares of grass become mouse traps that clap kind of together, and it shows a bunch of those in sequence so that the next crazy sequence they're going to show involving that shit will make any kind of visual sense, because other than that, if they didn't show it, they're it snaps like this. It's okay. And now we're going to do a bunch of amazing shit of Yaiba running across those and everything. Yeah,
this was a great double bill, this episode, to watch the day after I watched Nobody 2, because it has a similar setup of traps at the end, like we did in the first film.
Yes,
no real surprise. He's not doing anything particular that he didn't do in the first one, but it's less than 90 minutes. It's a very fun film to watch. But this time it's the bad guy setting the traps in this episode.
Yeah. But I like they don't just have a clap shut and then that's it. They play around to give it a bunch of them clapping shut in a row, and then we're going to use that as a bridge then to run across and cut you. It's also what the sound design is putting in work. So it goes from the ton of shoes on the grass, and then they jump and they close it. It's the clack of the shoes on top of the metal. It's yeah.
And
it's
also
there's so much chaos unfolding on the scene. That with the sound is kind of helping it to keep place in the midst of everything.
Goemon also has the great plan of when he's getting his ass kicked a bit to. It's now to reveal my beast form, where he is a bear, which is what we wouldn't expect from a guy who's a ninja, but he is a ninja bear.
The stealthiest of
he has brought a bunch of the regular goon Onis with him, but he's given them orders. It's just wow, you're using them effectively, because he has a bunch of them tunneling under the ground as ninjas with the pipes so they can breathe underground, I guess. They attack Yaiba with bombs or, come at him with swords or whatever the hell. They distract him for a minute, and then he throws his double giant shurikens at Yaiba. And it's just that back and forth. He's being incredibly cheap. And I was just wow, he really thought this through. I got to respect the guy. He survived 3 episodes, which is pretty good going. But not more than 3, unfortunately.
He's also holding the new orb in his mouth.
So Yaiba's can't stab me in the face, I'm holding the orb, you don't want to break the orb. And he's well, I've already stabbed my sword into your armor, and I had it set to, let me check, fire. So now you're on fire. It's just
these orbs are pretty tough. I think it'll survive your cremation much better than you will.
Yeah, and do you think if this was a normal show, this would be the end of the episode? But no, there's a third of the episode still to come. It's just moved that fast. Because the new orb is the Darkness Orb, and Jubei and Yaiba get drawn into it, where they meet a Kappa who plays video games.
I
To
did like
the
the update
death.
that he has like a PS5 in there. Because that was one of the random consoles he picks off the shelf. I was like, come on, like we can play video games. I can make whatever kind of food you want, whatever you want, whatever you
Maybe we can
desire,
imagine.
anything you wish for, except escape is available to you here. And that's why no one else got out of here. It's like, oh, where are they? It's like, look down. It's like, it's just
Under your
all
feet.
skeletons. It's all
Ooh.
skeletons.
You'll never want to leave. Ever.
mm.
Ever. Ever. And I'll probably be getting to the bottom of maybe where all these visions are coming from.
Yeah.
I imagine that's to do with the Yamato no Orochi, the eight-headed dragon of myth.
Yeah, I assume it's like each head is a power kind of. What's that
Yeah.
fucking dragon from Dungeons and Dragons?
Tiamat.
Tiamat, that's the one with all the different heads. Yeah. That boat with Orochi, yeah.
I think the bit with the Kappa standing behind the waterfall is a reference to one of those sort of 80s sort of extreme game show type things like Wipeout and Takeshi's Castle.
Okay.
I can't remember which one it is. There is an anime spin-off of that show, and I can't remember for the life of me what that. It's just the imagery looked very similar to the imagery I've seen in that anime. I was like, it would be around the right time for that to be a reference.
Yeah.
Sweet fights. It's just everyone's getting a bit to do as well, if as long as they aren't falling into a pitfall trap. But Nadeshiko and Jubei are kind of like mixing it up, and it's nice to see them get something to do. There's plenty of goons to fight. You want to have like a nice widespread of goons for everyone else to kind of plow through.
Then we got Detective Conan, episode 1170, The Man-Eating Classroom Part 2, in which Shinichi's mum is going undercover to the school, to the class visit.
As Conan's mother.
As Conan's mother. And luckily, Shuichi isn't here, because if he heard Conan's mother speak, he'd realise that she's got the same voice as Shinichi's mother. And then the dad goes, well, I think he's probably figured that out, Conan's Shinichi already. Also, he's been sharing all this classified FBI information with us. We'll discuss that now.
With us, an author and an actor, right? I mean, yeah, I think he's in on it, is the thing. And also, just like, I thought she was a master disguise, or can she not disguise her voice? I'm pretty sure
I think she forgets, because I think she's supposed to be disguising her voice, because then Conan's
but
like...
she's there to be at Parents' Day, so she gets... Yeah.
She gets carried away, uses a real voice. And then we get to the mystery of the man-eating classroom. She also wants to take a tablet. Husband, do you have a tablet? Yes, let me go through my drawer of abandoned electronic goods. Yes, here you go. Here's the tablet. Why you need a tablet? Well, we'll find out at the end of the episode. It is for entirely non-sinister reasons. Yes, the mystery of the man-eating classroom is the resolution. The person who did this crime is another step of like, oh, he's on a roll here of like great mysteries, because the trick of this mystery is that it is Habara is the person who committed the crime. It's one of our regular characters is the person who set fire to the plants.
And her parents are obviously not showing up to parent-teacher day, but the reason she did it is because she wants to help the other girl whose mom is going to show up despite her fucked up back. She's going to show up. It's like, I need to cancel this. And she's like, yeah, I really need to help her out, because she was really worrying about it and everything. So,
but to be fair, Ai's legal guardian does show up via Wi-Fi to the visit. So basically, she's helping the other girl, and she'd built a ice lens, mounted it outside so that the sun would set fire to the plant, and then she'd leap out to put the fire out, grab the lens, stick it in her pocket,
left of the ice.
Use the 4 10-yen coins, because apparently if you grip 4 10-yen coins tightly, it produces enough heat to melt ice.
It's because they're copper coated.
Yes,
Copper is
yeah.
conductive, so yeah, it will melt the ice quicker. It's like give me your
Yes.
change and I'll use it to melt the ice. Is basically the thing. And we knew those
Like-
girls were the only two with copper change essentially. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
things he
and-
does when he's bored just to get a mystery out of it. It's like, I wonder how many
Yes.
coins it would take to melt System X.
or it's something he knew from childhood that he's always wanted to work into a story.
Hmm.
Then he kind of quickly runs through the other stuff. It's like, no, there was no man-eating classroom. That was just your friends playing tricks on you. And while it's bad that you came to your new school and told everybody these scary stories, your old friends, are even bigger jerks than you are. So don't
Your
worry about.
ex-friends who weren't really your
Yes.
friends, like you're a victim here of this shit as well. You've just made it spread it further, but that's okay. Now we don't believe in ghosts, and we can get on with Parent-Teacher Day, where her mum has.
There's another
Yeah.
crime. The other kid had
There's
taken the
another crime.
tulip bulb home in an attempt to make it grow after he fell on it, and he kind of was like, "That's not going to work. Just bring it back. It'll take another year before it grows again. So you're not going to be able to grow it at home."
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to fix it. And it's kind of like that. It's like, oh no, you broke one of the many flowers in the flower bed. It's like no one cares, kid. Like
Yes.
also the principal shows up. Is like, what's all this going on here? Are you little shits doing a science experiment during lunch? Get out of here! It's Parent-Teacher Day. None of that shit in an unsupervised
Schools
situation.
are for learning.
Well, not during lunch. Lunchtime is for lunch. That's when we should be doing it.
Yeah, so apparently he had a different character design last time we saw him, but this is the regular character design he's had most of the time. So I don't know
Okay.
if it changed it. The wiki seems to indicate that it changed in the that it changed, and that they should have used the new one but forgot and used the original look. But I need to go and look at the manga chapter to see whether it is actually they forgot what he looked like last time.
Like, here's my no prize. Maybe he subbed out because he was sick, and they brought in the other guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
I mean,
That'll happen
the
sometime.
other version of him looked similar, but he's got grey hair. He looks older, and his eyebrows
Yeah.
and beard are not so insane.
This guy has like the long eyebrows and beard, mustache thing that an old guy has, but he has no gray hair on his head, and it's just like that's kind of weird to see. Like,
It's
Yeah.
And you think this guy should be in it more because he's got a really weird character design. But I think he's only been in it 4 times. I guess it's very rare they have to run things up to the headmaster at the elementary school.
Yeah.
So yeah, they apologise, and the class visit goes ahead. And Conan gets first to answer the question. He's like, "Oh, geez, why pick on me? I've just spent the entire first half of this episode explaining things. Now you're going to get me to say 5 plus blank equals 7. What's the blank?" But also, Agasa is there with the other girl's mum via the tablet from hospital. That was the plan that he and Conan's mum had. And Agasa's like, "Come on, I put your hand up as well. You know this answer." She's like, "I don't want to draw attention to myself."
Backseat guarding, yeah.
Yeah, and the parents have discussed Akasa, so they know Akasa is. They know Wakasa is Akasa, the bodyguard who's trying to hunt down the members of the Black Organization, and they're like, "Oh, good, she's a good guy." And it's like, well, the dad's like, we're a little worried that she might be a bit of a wild card and not worry about people's safety in her attempts to get revenge. So you can't necessarily trust her. And meanwhile, driving past, there's a guy going on the phone to Rum going, "I don't think I can get her at school because I think she's going to use the children as human shields."
Same.
And I mean, actually, we've already seen her do that with her coworker and the children. So yeah, it's a thing she's absolutely capable of.
Yeah, and apparently she's got bases all over Japan, and she's very good at evading the Black Organization. As soon as they find one of her bases, she's already gone. Yeah, so it looks like they've got a tough job ahead of them. And yeah, straight into another canon story next week.
Hey.
Then, Anne Shirley, episode 17, Love is the Power That Transforms Everything. And I feel as if I had opened a book and found roses of yesterday, sweet and beloved, between its leaves.
Okay, and we edit that down a bit. Jesus.
You gotta get the whole thing in there.
It's called like Clash, Goku versus Frieza. Life for a death struggle on Namek. You know, that's not doing it.
I think there was fan art of her smashing Frieza over the head with the slate.
Kicking Frieza in the face.
Yes.
That'll show him, or make him fall in love with her. I mean that seems to be the case in the first part anyway. This is the long going romantic stuff.
When are these two kids going to get together? You know, but she's got to saying, "No, Gilbert, it's not happening." It's just I don't know, don't kind of feel it that way, but she kind of does. She's feeling some way about it. You can't really just admit to it or put words to it. I ain't lost for words, but I never.
And it's the thing of she still. I mean, we get a little fanciful kind of thing if she sees her prince on a white horse coming down the street. She still has her fanciful ideal of the only dude that she's settled for who does not fucking exist. So
kind of just like, you know, dark and mysterious. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Someone got to sweep off her feet like one of her the heroes of her books. There's not happening to across the very emotional. Oh, she's back home for Christmas now after being up in college for ages. It's like, oh yes, it's a quick episode. Yeah, you've seen all the God, much I've missed her. There's also where like this. Amongst other things, of getting married proposed to, as well as, like, you know, to hear this said that Charlie almost was fun there. You know, he's scheming in the background, but I'm gonna like propose to Anne. So it's all gonna be ghosts from.
Because there's a bunch of. Well, you're breaking up there a little.
So were you. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I'm trying to resolve something my end.
That might be it then.
So that might be it.
But yeah, we see kind of Gilbert walking away going like, yeah, no, we can just be friends at one stage. And he's kind of looking back and seeing like there's 3 dudes waiting outside the boarding house for Anne to go like, hey, Anne, how about it? How about we take you out on the town? She's like, back off. None of you are a cool brooding guy on a white horse. Like you can all get to...
No scrubs.
But initially, it's is it Charlie's his name? The other guy,
Charlie Sloan.
Charlie Sloan, yes. He comes and it's like, don't worry, Anne, we got to do that thing we were going to do, remember? And she's like, yeah, totally, let's go. And he's like, haha, surprise proposal, didn't expect that, did you? And she's like, no, though. And he's like, what the fuck?
Dude,
like, you don't understand. If you marry me, you'd be married into the Sloan family. We're like a big family, and you're a fucking orphan. And she's like, okay. Get the fuck now. Get the fuck out of here, Charlie. You're a piece of shit now. I liked him before. But
I think, you know, it's like she gets and it's just like he's still calling out, and she just goes, "What the fuck you say? What the fuck you say? What the fuck you say?" It's just like, and then she chases him off like, yeah.
There's a fanciful thing of her rebutting him so hard he like flies into the fucking sky. But essentially, yeah, he gets shut down real fucking hard. Good. Fuck that guy.
I think I'm going to have to stop the recording for a moment, and Niall's going to have to come back in again. Because on my screen, he is just a smear. Right, we're back. Niall has turned into Kenshiro, which is better than looking like a charcoal drawing of Niall.
That genie was real, I told you.
What are we talking about? Charlie Sloan sucks. Yes.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, he's dead now, we think.
Hopefully. I mean, like, he did fly into the sky from...
he did live in the 1890s, so yeah, he is dead by now. Hooray.
Yeah. Statistically, yeah, he would be. But, yeah, I'm trying to think the next bit that happened in the... Yeah, I lost the thread.
Well, it's like Phil is like... Because Phil comes from the same town that Anne was born in.
Yeah.
And like, hey, we should totally go and try and find the house where you were born in, and like, you know, like I know some folks back there would probably be able to totally like find it and say, oh, I don't know if I could. I mean, like, house I was born in, I was imagining it as being this like, you know, lovely little cottage with like, you know, with flowers in the front garden and like, you know, and these beautiful windows and that in front. And if I get there and I wasn't, like, you know, like, it would shatter my illusion for and saying, yeah, but like, you know, this is where you're from, man. You know, like, you might get hear some more about the parents. Like, I know they died young, like, and wound up how you wound up. But like, don't you want to find out? It's just like, yeah, let's go down. This requires, and it's like, yeah, it's a pretty nice house actually. It's missing that one of those things I said, but
like I think
otherwise,
they changed the painted gables or something like that, or the curtains were different. But like it was literally like the plants were where she remembered them. It's like, wow, you had a good memory as a baby, because actually she wasn't a baby when she left. She was no, I think they died when she was quite young, but she was 11 when she left, so she probably has a pretty good memory of it. So yeah.
But yeah, like just the lady listener now is just like, no, are you the Shirley's girl? Oh my goodness, I had no idea. Just like I remember seeing you like as only like as a baby now, and you're like a grown woman now, and
yeah, because initially it's just like, oh,
this whole trip.
I think she just, is this where the Shirleys live? It's like, oh, they died a long time ago. It's like, oh, they had a kid and everything. Oh, she was a sickly thing. She's probably dead now. I was like, no, it's me. And she's like, fucking come in. This is the house you were born in. Yeah, fucking have a look around. And she's having a look around. I was like, holy shit, this is the room I was born in. And kind of sees a vision of her mother. And it's very similar to the room that she has in Green Gables as well. So it's kind of like this. The comfort of that room was obviously like a comfort that she was born into, kind of thing. It's nice, but the bit that
even
got
better
me,
than that,
yeah,
a stack of correspondence
between your father and your mother prior to their marriage, basically, yeah. It's a maiden name and everything, yeah.
It's just that now, and it's just like, oh, just these very idyllic scenes. Just like, oh, she's just and man was just like there over the crib, and then like her dad is at some transition somewhere. I guess he travels around for his job, and he's just reading these letters, having little spoon to that. That's where he gets her hair from. It's just funniest little pieces together for herself, and just like what happened, like but she was brought into this world with like love, and she wasn't like left to the orphanage because she was unwanted. It's just because this shit happens, like and they wanted the best for you.
There was a tragedy of it.
But the bit that got in the way.
The bit that got me teared up was the last letter her mum had sent to the dad, because Anne was recently born or something like that, and it was kind of, and it's like, oh, Anne's doing quite well, and Anne is spelled with an E, just like she's always insisted that it was spelled with, and it's just that it's kind of like, you're not just being fanciful and like above your station or whatever the hell. This is the name your mother intended for you. This is a thing, like a kind of like like a symbol of love from beyond the fucking grave. Like she still loved you, and I was just like, oh man, you're breaking me up.
Well, I can get it a bit. It feels like it's something. I mean, she's got her imagination, and
yes,
you had like those like a few bits to go off of to imagine like what were like my parents like, not just as there to me, but all the time. And here we have this whole like stack of letters there. They're just
it makes
joking
that
around like I love you couple, yeah.
It brings that connection to her parents that she didn't know she's always had, basically, much like her name. She's always had it. Yeah.
It's just kind of like it's a validation of yourself. It's just like where you feel something's kind of just something filled in, or just like a kind of like solved, or a question answered for you that you was maybe been nagging at your whole life, and here it is. And while it was scary in the outset, it's just like, well, the reality is I mean, that's scary at all. It's just like it's even can be comforting in how familiar it actually feels, even though it could have been years since you had any kind of interaction with it before. So yeah, it piles on this like it's the bittersweetness of it.
Yeah, and it gets across like an emotion to me. Like I grew up in the same town that my grandparents grew up in, kind of thing, and further back. But it's this kind of like people who feel like they've lost connection, whether they're like moved to another place quite young, or lost their family, like in this case, or but it's a connection to a place, or to people who cared about you, and some people didn't have that. And it's nice. It is really nice. It teared me up. Yeah, I still really enjoyed the show.
It's going to get very melodramatic like next week. It seems it's just like it's this like mysterious pale haired waif, it's just like doing a lot of this and wears a lot of like shawls and sheets. It's just like, oh, I wonder if she's going to last the winter. It was time to write these kind of things. So
yeah,
we'll see what they do with it. Yeah.
Then we got to the summer. Hikaru died. Episode 5, Wig Ghost. And episode 6, Asako. In Wig Ghost, we got the problem of Yoshiki is beginning to attract the supernatural due to his meddling with the cosmic horror he's befriended, specifically sticking his hand in him.
I was half wondering was part of it like he's always that kind of thing of like the vampire likes fucking A positive, or the monster particularly likes this fucking guy's soul, that kind of thing. Like, was he always tasty to monsters, and just that the imbalance of all the monsters like not being held in place on the mountain has caused them all this like, we gotta eat that kid. That kid looks fucking delicious. Or is it like him meddling and like mixing? I think it could be both. Like, yeah.
Yeah, or they're
Yeah.
always there and they can't normally do anything because
Yeah,
there's
because the
nobody there
balance
as
is held is the thing, but now
as
it's
a
all out of whack.
conduit. Because obviously your mum, who's also clearly been mixed when we see her destroy one of these with a hand wave in the previous episode.
Yeah.
And as we see in the next episode, there's clearly people just generationally have developed supernatural powers from living in proximity to this mountain.
Because if someone down your line is mixed, maybe you pick up the gene for, I think in her case, hearing ghosts, not even seeing
Yes,
ghosts. Yeah.
she can hear
Yeah.
the voice. But yes, Hikaru catches Yoshiki at the start of the episode being too into rubbing these marinated chicken.
Marinating chicken.
Yes.
It's that sensation. It's like, oh wow, it's uncanny. It's exactly the same. And I think
You wanna, yes.
I got soccer, but you want to give it another go. Like, and I think this is the episode where I think in class, he's talking with his other friends, not Akira, the other guy, and they're talking about how someone's cousin is like, they say he's all like fucking diseased and shit, and it's like, nah, dude, he's just gay. Like, like we literally have people out loud saying, it's just like, yeah, that guy's gay. It's like, oh, it's one of them LGBTQs, is it? And it's just like, yeah, and it's making like, it's like, oh, was that metatext, or is that a way you can interpret it? It's like, no, this kid's probably at least some kind of queer, and he's dealing with shit. Unfortunately, the guy he's fallen in love with is now a monster, but
yes,
and
the original version that he fell in love with was so straight he died seeing a horny looking tree.
He was your friend and he loved you, but not that way. Unfortunately, he saw a cool tree with tits on. So
yes.
what can you do?
Fell over backwards and died. Which again was the last episode, which again reminds you that it is, while it is spooky, it is also funny. We get that this episode with your guy going, "I love fried chicken," and then getting
the diegetic effects happening behind him.
Yes.
I love raw chicken, says Sir Roy. It's just like, yeah.
We get a brief interlude with Tanaka and Tanaka, where Tanaka is worried that Tanaka is going to destroy the town, and also he's possibly more worried that he wants him to destroy the town.
I've created a very fucked up situation here, and maybe it'd be good, actually, if he fucking wrecks shit.
I think there's also the sense that these guys called in Takada expecting his supernatural ghost-busting abilities to be cooler, when it is a man wandering around with a mouse and a rusty blade is their complaint in this one. When he,
it's not meant to cut people, though. Give you nasty nick. It's meant to do that. You just get this, like, it's this dude does not give a fuck about anything, including himself or his general.
He's hired to this position, and he's kind of like, I don't really want to do it, but it's part of my job, And he's just sitting in a dark room with his hamster, fucking listening to that idol band that he likes. It's just like, I don't fucking care, man. I'm just gonna do this while I'm off.
Well, yeah, he also cares though because he says because in previous times he's made it clear that the way he does things is better than the way the company he works for would do things.
Yeah, like he's a professional, like he will do it, but he's also kind of like, I don't want to reassert the barrier by using up one of my organs, man. That's overtime, you know.
Yeah, and then the second half is them trying to exercise the bathroom, which has been haunted by the titular wig ghost. After Yoshiki's sister says she spotted something in there.
And it's kind of like a thing where Hikaru was up to his elbows in his friend again, and
Yoshiki, yes.
Yoshiki was up to his elbows in Hikaru again, with his weird. Is it hard to just call it like a vagina orifice? I'll just call it an orifice, like his fucking chest orifice.
The void.
Yeah, and where Hikaru's kind of like trying to go back inside him, and he's like, "Whoa, dude, were you trying to get inside me?" It's like, no, it's not a sex thing. It's like you're really tasty looking. Like I can't really help it, and that's like obviously mirrored with the wig ghost who does possess him. And it's kind of like, oh fuck, so she's possessing him, so that means I can't get at her because I'd have to go through my friend.
It seemed to really get into his mind and pull up. Here's like, we feel like,
yes.
like, when we were lads, we were like best of friends. We went to fireworks together, went down and played in the river together. Let's just put out like a bad memory of a time that you fought, and that'll like just bring all that negativity and just gonna strangle him in the bath.
I was wondering, was that like an actual memory or was that like a constructed narrative by the wig ghost? But the idea that it's just like two kids like kind of wrestling, it's just like two teenagers, one of them strangling the other one in a bathtub kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like it'll be in Yoshiki's like it would be this like have human nature to like my friend who died. I'm gonna remember all the good times, man.
But
and
not
even
the
though
negative
he's
stuff,
been reincarnated in front of me, and it's like here's just this like a facsimile of him. It is him, but it's not him. That's for like there's like that very like pertinent like thought experiment comic that came out in some like newsletter that they got there, and it's just like imagine a man who was hit by a bolt of lightning, and then the man who came out was a different man, and the other one, the guy is drowning inside the pond. Would you consider them separate people or the same person?
No, one's the guy who died, the other one is Swamp Thing. That's just how it's defined. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. But yeah.
Yes. Is it in this episode that Asako mentions that this isn't Hikaru, and then in the next episode she actually confronts
that's the one following when they go, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Want to hang out at my house? Yeah, sure, it's cool. We get some fireworks and set them off. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think it's the next episode starts with him pondering the philosophical idea of the Swamp Man.
Yes.
Like it's kind of like a person ship of Theseus idea, and he's asking his friends. They're like, "Oh, you're into that kind of shit." It's like, "Oh, it's philosophy," and the stupid fucking boy is very like has a fair opinion. I was like, "Nope, they separate. That's two people after that point, but they have the same experience up to a point, and then they're two different people." One drowning and the other one being a swamp man. And it's just like, yeah, but like one of the things that obviously this episode is talking about is like, not is the ship of Theseus still Theseus's ship? Is like, how does the ship feel about the situation? Because Hikaru is a guy who can walk around and feel shit, that kind of thing. It's like
it's also a little bit. Yeah. It's all a little bit like the Star Trek teleporter quandary. Because if you're really simple atom on the other side, are you the same person who came and went? They made a whole video game about that. Where you do a similar thing, like an undersea base, and to survive, you have to keep like. Teleporting yourself and you just have to hope that you're the one that gets continuance, as in like that. The ending is very cutting, where like one person gets, yay, I escaped Earth in the rocket, hey, I won, but then there's just one let enough one say, hey, where you going? Oh shit, I'm going to get left behind this time. No.
So it's the same episode where they're talking about we got to do something over it's the summer holidays essentially, like they're making plans for So they're gonna do some fireworks, like hang out at Hikaru's, and everything's gonna be cool and fun.
Make sure to leave like these two alone, because they're having a little quiet romance happening in the background in the episodes. Because you got one of ours, Yoshiki got the little key ring from the crane machine the other day, which I'm not giving it to a girl. No, me, I'm not the dude from Booneyru. It's like, no, I give it to a girl, and like, oh, you should go down and like get some ice cream from the corner shop. Yeah, let's go. I should follow after them. They're bound to get held up doing something.
Yeah, because
so
the guys
and Hikaru will go on first. Yeah,
because the guy's a real like dumbass, kind of meathead, stupid boy, and the girl is very quiet and not, I wouldn't say shy, but just kind of keeps herself mostly. It's like we'll separate them, we'll leave them be. But the problem is that it's Hikaru and is it Asano? Asuko, sorry. I keep saying that one. Asuko, she's kind of like, hey, Hikaru, what are you? And he's like, oh, fuck, do you know? Well, I guess I'm going to have to take you out then. But it's at that point.
She's picked something off about him. Get a little bit like, oh, my granny told me that she's able to see ghosts. And like, oh, you have the gift child. You're able to hear the spirits, But it's all like, Darren's like a malevolent thing entirely. Like, it's just like we live, then we die, and then like we kind of come around to second rebirth. It's a natural process. So
yeah,
I think all goes too bad.
The world of the dead and the world of the living overlap, and when you die, you come back, and it's all this cycle. And ghosts aren't necessarily evil because they're just people. People aren't necessarily good or evil either. They're whatever they happen to be. Like people are good, ghosts are evil. It's like, no, I know a bunch of people who are fucking cunts. So like it's this thing of it's more complicated than that. But you shouldn't mix. Is the other thing that keeps coming up. It's like no, be alive or dead. Do not be something in between. That's bad.
Yes, he only knocks her out because it would make him feel bad. He realizes it if he killed her. But this is...
Did he knock her out only because Yoshiki just turned up that second?
Yeah. Was it kind of like the thing of it's like I wasn't intending to eat her? It's like, were you though? Like, did you just get interrupted while you were going to eat her? Like, is that what was happening?
Maybe that's the stuff in the next episode.
And again, the kind of dumbness of him like realizing where he's just like, "Holy shit! Did you just try and kill her?" And he vomits because he's so disgusted by this thing. And she gets like, "Oh, what smells of vomit?"
He vomits when he realizes that Hikaru might have killed the old lady because he asks
sorry,
he killed the old lady.
Pieces together.
And Hikaru just looks guilty.
Wakes up to vomit as well. Yes. She's like, ugh, did someone get sick? Yes. It's like, I think that's what some smelling salts do smell like, so maybe it's part of that.
And they're like, don't worry, he's just possessed. that's what we'll fuck her off with.
Listen, I know you're possessed by a ghost. It's cool. I know ghosts aren't necessarily evil. My granny told me, and I kind of like her turn to me, so like, safe. We're cool. Like she's got it wrong, but it's fine. She's not going to talk about it. It's like, this isn't fine. None of this is fine. This entire situation is
no, because then Hikaru goes into an existential crisis that, oh my goodness, I don't know what being alive is, and I should probably figure out what that is because I'm making
all these hormones.
I'm making all these terrible social faux pas because I'm a cosmic entity who doesn't understand life and death.
And he's trying to figure out which of the feelings that I have are memories of Hikaru, and which are the feelings that I have. It's like, do I want to hang out with this guy because he looks tasty, or do I want to hang out with him because Hikaru liked hanging out with him? I don't fucking know. I don't know what I is. Yeah, it's rough for the poor
souls. It's in my nature.
Yeah.
And that's it for this week. Next week, I'm sure things are going to get worse.
Probably. That little bubbling away romance.
Might be funnier too.
That's the thing. There'll probably be comedy, but I worry about that bubbling romance in the background. One of those two or both of them are going to get gobbled by something.
He's still turned up the following morning, like to go to school, like everything was fine.
Like Hikaru
he's still has this weird pull on him as well.
Because like Hikaru getting like shoulder checked by him when he was walking away and he left early from the summer thing, but it's like no, he still showed up. It's like so we're still cool, right? It's like yeah, mostly it's this weird situation. It's a very odd one, and I feel like it's going to end incredibly badly.
Well, it won't though because we're only going to get like 5. 5 volumes of it done
Yeah,
here.
that's
So
true. We're not going to get the ending. Sure. Yeah. Fair.
I think we're just going to get 2 arcs. Then we've got Puniroo, which unfortunately I did not get a chance to watch, and probably won't until October, at which point it will have finished. So tell me what happened in Puniroo.
I got great news, Brian. You know the way they got like a daytime slot now? They're trying so fucking hard to get cancelled. They're trying to be so fucking horny. Both these episodes, there's like extensive things of them going like, all right, so you're really trying to. Now, you've ran out of ideas, so just like, well, now let's fucking just crank that horny dial a little bit up, and we'll get there.
Just a
part one,
touch, you know.
Puniroo 17
like,
is Puniroo powers up. See if it works for yourself.
Yeah, like using the last bit of the summer holidays, like to go to the Cutie Jam pop-up shop. Except I can't because all the people who I'm trying to hide my love of cute things for is keep showing up. So I got to like come up with a story. So all your favorites are there. It's also a fun game where like Puniroo was following Kotaro all the way to the shop. Did you spot me in the background before I arrived in the scene? And I went back and I looked. It's like, oh yeah, there are the hidden ones in the background. This is fun. So yeah, this made a bunch of them runs into like Namba and we're here to see like the Mansura movie. And Run was here to I'm here to visit a really cute shop. And said, oh, the cute shop. But like I saw walk in, which is yes, the cute sumo shop. So sumo wrestlers, aren't they adorable? That's a robot on most much about the world.
I do like it.
So
Like a lot of the background stuff is Run is developing weird hobbies basically as a new entity. She's just like,
I think she's just like picking like one thing and it's like completely like exhausting it. It's like completely running through, like completely rinsing through a ton of fun things. Okay, next on the list,
sumo.
A ship in a bottle. Never done that before. And she's weird because she's picking up weird hobbies. She's now pals with Namba. It's just like just going panning
Namba's
around.
always said you're my best friend. So obviously my best friend is coming to see the latest Beyblade movie with me. So it's good, but how like I'm trying to remember the situation where he has an excuse to go into the pop-up shop, but for some reason Puniroo has inflated to a dangerous size. I'm trying to remember the fucking.
I think he's trying to get rid of her, and it's just like if you put like this in the slime, it makes it go all like rigid and bouncy. And when Puniroo, you bounced away. Oh, that's a shame. It's just like, and Napa's going like what's going on, man? It's just like like when Puniroo's happening, is like one gone. It's like do you want to chase after her? It's just like no, man. It's like it's just like, and that's what I'm into. I'm a cool dude for one saying. Yeah, but okay, we're going to see the movie door, right? It's just no, man. That's the kid stuff. When are you going to be like cool and like we're middle school now. You got like these tattoos behind. It's just like I've become what I've always hated. Someone who's like doing you down for having like a weird hobby at a certain age, or doing things that boys shouldn't be doing. Is this? What have I become? Namba, I'm sorry, I love Cutie-chan. I love cute stuff. Like, let's go to the shop right now. Oh, Jesus God, no. Puniroo has bounced back and she's like inside.
She's entered it like a wrecking ball.
I guess we'll go to that movie. I'm just going to sit there numb while this like tableau of cartoon bullshit watches over me.
I guess it was okay. So I think it's later back at school, like Puniroo's trying out some new forms.
Yes, I just got that was what was
the idea from.
That's what was making me giggle just now. So it's through. And I saw.
Got the idea from the Mansura movie. It's just like, well, he had a slime pal in the Mansura movie, and he just like powered up because they're like the souls are intertwined. I can just fucking do that.
I can do that by adding stuff
I can work off of here.
Yeah. And she adds in some black ink to become censored.
Well, no, that's what Kotaro thinks it is. But it's actually secret prize Puniroo.
Because initially there's black bars over her, and then she's like entirely in black.
Her voice is distorted.
As a protected witness protection. I was like, "Whoa, are you fucking naked?" And I was like, "No, you just can't see what variant I am." It's like
it's just your imagination, Kotaro. Oh, you naughty boy.
Yeah. So I think that's like the Is that the penultimate joke? That's the biggest joke I can remember from the end
That's
of
it.
it. Anyway.
That's like surprise. It's like check it out. It's like it's just you. But yeah, but would the biggest surprise of all be this like me and how cute I am? It's just like no, it wasn't worth the wait. No way.
So the next episode 18, a human happy ending.
And this
Starts with Panera who's like, "Hey, I got a new off the shoulder. Katara's going to be pressed." Is he getting a? Is that a handy or a blow job from the new fucking
from
jelly?
Jelly.
And that's what it fucking looks like. A bunch of
It's
guys going
just-
past is like, "Wow, I wish that was me." And it's like, no. He spilled she spilled something on his shirt and she's cleaning it off in a weird way. She does not know what sex is. She cannot look this up using the internet. I must stress this. All these situations look worse than they are, but the show is trying. It's trying to look fucking creepy and it's doing a good job.
Jelly has also figured out that like bad attention is still attention.
Yes.
So even if Kotaro hates me and he kind of like, pushes me away, even though I'm going to keep going after him though, because the more he pushes me away, the more I want to come back because I'm getting a reaction out of him. That's still attention. That's still sweet input. I want to internalize it to myself.
When Jelly is fighting Panero, like is just kind of like pushes her away, turns her into a big pile of slime because she is a big pile of slime, and Kataro's like, "Get out of the way, leave Panero alone," and she falls down. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sad, I fall over." He's like, "Oh shit, are you okay?" And he's like, "You like me more because you were worried about my well-being." Haha. Like she's just doing that the whole time, where it's just like crocodile tears, essentially, like kind of pretending she has been emotionally or physically injured when she actually hasn't, and is. Whatever her internet search for horny is, because it's not horny, she is incapable of being horny.
It's just a bit like it's just like if I was kind of like grind up on them, they'll just buckle like a belt, right?
I don't know why.
That's why
but it seems to work.
It's all telling me.
Mm-hmm.
But even the Puni was going, how I compete with this? She's got posters up all over the school. She's selling art books. All the boys are all gaga about her. What can I do with that? And boys being creepy, they're just like, well, you just gotta show a little skin, baby. Let's see what you got going on underneath there. It's like that's how you get that. And thankfully, like the other boy, the other like nondescript boy comes in. He's kind of like a Tesco value Gorilla Gachi at this stage.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, stop right there, the bum. Don't make her take her clothes off. You want to see some skin? How about mine? It's just I'll take my clothes off. It's just, yes, that's it, Gorilla Gachi knockoff. You should be popular with the rest of the girls and being chivalrous and shit. It's no, I'm not. I'll keep my idols pure.
Himself and the 4 other girls who still like Panero, because all their stuff is in the bargain bin at this stage, as opposed to the Jelly stuff, which is all the premium art books. They're just like, yeah, we still think you're cool. And she's like, I know what'll get the kids excited about new Panero. I'm going to turn myself into form of gel sandals. And it's like, that's cool and cute, right? And they're like, I mean, it's weird that you're not a human anymore and you're 2 shoes talking at the same time. Paneera's like, no, I'm not depressed at all. Look, I'm dancing, and just shoes flopping around on the ground. I was just like, we're going to bounce. All right, see you later, Paneera.
It's okay, Paneera. You were too smart for the room, okay? Like, this went over their heads too much. Don't worry about it.
Also, the class president, I noticed, shows up during this scene as well.
There's a few of the recurring guys in the bits in these things where she's trying to figure out, how do I make myself cute? How do I get Kotaro that's her constant thing. How do I get Kotaro to admit that I am cute when he has trauma over admitting that he likes cute things? So that's the trouble you're having there. Panera.
Meanwhile, in the nurse's office, Kotaro and Jelly are doing Austin Powers jokes.
Yeah. She's like, you can do I'll take you into the nurse's office. You can do whatever you want. I was thinking more like Robin Hood Men in Tights with like the boner.
Whichever one.
Naked. It's a naked gun joke because they repeat it in the new Naked Gun.
Yeah, they do that as well. Yeah.
The silhouette.
But she's not playing with his dick. She's giving him a phone so he can play gacha games. It's like it turns out it's not even her phone. It's the science teacher's phone. He's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing on my phone? It's like, don't worry, I didn't make any purchases. I mean, also we're not doing anything sexual. You can't cancel us. Even though we're gonna daytime slot.
No, it's fine. This is all like valuable like research for like how this like new like artificial sentience is going down. So you say it's all grinding up on you. How would you describe that scientifically? It's like, oh, I don't want any of this. It's fucking weird. Get off me.
I think it's later that Jelly has confronting Paniru in
Yep.
like, you know, the sun's going down. Paniru's like, ha, like I'm the perfect being. I know exactly what it takes to be like, I'm more human than the humans, and I can manipulate humans to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm fucking great, and you're just a toy. And Paniru's like, yeah. I know I'm a toy. I'm a cute toy. It was like, well,
I'm
but
not trying to be I'm trying to be a real girl. I'm
Well,
trying to
you've
be a
taken
real
the form of a
slime.
girl. It's like, because girls are cute. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I am slime. I cannot really put this further than this, but I need people to admit that I'm cute
Thank you
slime.
for noticing that I'm a cute toy. That's all I want people to say. Like, oh, okay, I'm a gay. I can get through to you. I can get through to anybody. Yes, go toys, go toys. Like, no,
So
you're supposed to fall down groveling before me. This is all wrong.
Jelle kind of goes like, okay, I know you're physically incapable of being harmed, so I've got this little Paniru plush that I made. And Paniru's like, wow, is that some new merch? And it's like, here, have a drink, Paniru, and just like shoves like a whole can of Coke in its face, and then starts beating the shit out of it and making it look like blood because it's sunset. And it's just like, this is what I do to you if you weren't made of slime.
Yes. Oh no,
Basically,
it's because it's tomato cola is why it looks like blood.
I thought it was just the sunset. Okay, that's silly.
No, it is
Yeah.
tomato cola. She feeds it.
Okay.
Yes, she's lost her mind. I'm saying
you
from
can't break Paniru.
Does not
Paniru
compute.
is too stupid to be like to your psychological manipulation, and also it's just like, you're not even a person. It's like, yeah, that's been long established. I've never tried to be a person. Also, Paniru, like at some stage, tries to take her clothes off. I think a little bit before this, and it's just she tears her outer skin off because she's slime. Just there's two of her, one that's an inner slime and one that's a floppy outer skin slime. It's just then I'm twice as
Oh,
cute.
so you say if there was two of us, there's double the cuteness. That's a good tip. Thanks.
Of course, taking my clothes off. The boys were right all along. Then I can be a skin Paniru and an inner Paniru, both of which are slime. Yeah.
See, we're like twins.
Yeah. This robot Jelly, she's gonna need some work done. That scientist should be more hands-on as opposed to like, I'm just gonna write down notes of the weird fucking shit she's doing. That's not helping.
It's totally like going to start like, you know, wanting to kill people if it'll get Kotaro's attention, you know, just being
Yeah.
hauled away into the back of the police van. I did it for you, Kotaro. I did it for you.
But yeah, no, maintains its goodness, but it is funny to me how horny seeming it is. But obviously, yeah, it is straight up trying to be horny as well. Have
about
its horny
kids
cake and
at
eat
that
it.
age.
Yeah.
Kids at that
You
age.
got weird fucking hormones going on, basically.
Episode 5 of City the Animation is Tower, Bad Time, Abacus and Braids, Running Through Youth with a TH there, Brian. And Definitely Safe, Nikura, in which so many things happen. We are introduced to so many characters we've not met before.
By a
in a
split screen.
Yes, by split screen. But the crux of it
It's so good, yeah.
there's which video game is this reference? Is it Tower of
Oh.
Draga or is it
Tower
the
Draga.
Draga?
Yeah.
But
But I was thinking any number of fighting game things where you have to
Yeah.
go up the tower. But in this case, she's been trapped by the butler. Like, he's automatically brought you up to the elevator to the top floor. This is like, there's drinks and the thing there. Just have at 'em. There's a sauna or there's a bath in the back and everything. It's like everything you possibly want. And so you receive your reward like in a little bit. So just wait here, and then locks the door behind him. She's like, wait, there's no fucking buttons. How do I get out of here? Fortunately, the nice man has also been looked up
Yes.
here.
Should also say this tower is introduced in the form of models, not animation.
Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, because the car pulls up in the like plasticine looking thing, but these towers like emerge, like twist out of the fucking ground like bolts, basically. But the nice man, has he gotten a name besides the nice man? I feel like he has.
He
but
does have a
He does
name,
have a
yes.
name, yeah.
I'll go with the nice man. He's explained this is a terrible torture device designed to punish those who have done good deeds. And what you do is, right, you have to stay up here, and you have to go if you want to get out, you have to go through each level of the tower. There's like, I've forgotten how many stages there are. Several.
12
levels.
I think.
There's 12 all the way down, and like if you don't succeed at that, you'll be forced to go through the 12 level. You first to go across the bridge. As soon as that bridge extends, it's very slow, and then go down the other tower in the 12 levels of what's the word I'm looking for? Like the thing they kept talking about in Apocalypse Hotel. We're here to serve you. We're here to not entertainment, but like one floor of the tower is
Hospitality,
Hospitality.
hospitality. Thank you.
because
You
it's
have
hot.
to
They
go
are
through 12
yes,
levels of hospitality, and it's like,
yes,
what a terrible fate to have.
No one can resist the lure of an
yes.
all-you-can-eat buffet.
We
It's
should
like,
know because
no.
these are actually called the hospitality towers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also
You-
Dungeons
you
and
have to go
Dragons
down
3
the-
that's a bit like this, where that one's 3 towers joined by bridges.
Yeah.
But yes, you got to go down, but while that's happening, we'll occasionally check in with other characters in an increasing number of split screens.
What's also funny about our main girl here is she's like, oh fuck, I'm sign me up. This sounds great. It's like each tower is more pampered than the last. Yeah, or each level of the tower is more pampered. But unfortunately, he's already taken her into stairwell, and the manga authors have sat on the trapdoor. Oh, because this is the nice man's first time in the tower as well. Like he's been through. This is his third time, I think, in this thing. And he's like, I don't want to go through all that hospitality again. What's the point of doing good deeds if you get rewarded for it? Terrible, awful hospitality. Like he's a funny fucker. And
Wacko
yeah.
has broken in.
When it does the pan on the 3D fucking towers, you can see her climbing up the outside.
Yes, you can.
Do you get punished for breaking into the towers? It's like, no, you probably also get rewarded for it, seemingly. Yeah.
Well, everyone gets rewarded. Yes, the first thing they encounter is a guy with a magic act that he keeps on breaking, and every time he falls over and drops something, bunch of flowers have burst out of the things he's fallen over and dropped.
Yeah, the pigeons inside his hat rebel against him.
But to be fair, he was planning on setting them on fire. So
it was a step too far for them. I understand why they started a protest basically, but through all this, he kind of learns his lesson. It's like, man, I was in it for the fucking magic. Me and my fucking pigeon boys, we were gonna change the world, man. I've learned my lesson, guys. I'm sorry. You can go down to the next floor. And obviously, at this stage, she's already decided I'm gonna fail every one of these fucking floors so I can go through all the hospitality on the other tower.
But
and
his
flashback shows a giant robot, and then so subsequently does everybody else's flashback within the episode.
Like he's at the foot of the robot, and someone else is on the hand of the robot, and it's just like there is a giant robot in the past, at the very least. It might still be around. It seemed pretty big. Wild shit.
And this is all being run by a mysterious masked man who we learn by the end of the episode is the brother of the woman we met in the previous episode.
We see most of Nagamo's thing play out just in a tiny panel where it keeps going down to the floors, and it turns into this like a Dragon Quest 3 old style, just like moving down like this. And every floor master, the reader, they're out sick for the day or something.
One's on maternity leave.
They keep waving them through.
Yes, because the good thing about once the thing has become 8 separate panels is that you only really need to focus on the main one, but occasionally your eye will catch the glimpse of something in another panel, but that will normally pay off later. Like you'll catch the glimpse of the landlady. First looks like killing a bear, but she's only beaten it up. Then that will be the main panel reveal.
Because her other girl's still chasing her locket, and the cabbage fucking thing.
Yes, because it gets referred to as a cat by one of the twins who we've not met yet, but is related to the family who live upstairs from the cafe, as we discover.
Yeah, but there's like a shot of the cat on the car, and there's shots of kids in the car as well. But the shot of the cat on the car, and there's also a close-up shot of it, like a far shot and a close-up shot. So when it jumps off the thing, I was like, why was she looking at the car? And then it shows like the landlady's gripping onto the underneath of the car. I was like, oh fuck, she's still in play. So there's all these different elements happening out in these different panels, and I mean this not as an insult, because I fucking hate those, those like shitty YouTube or TikTok fucking things where a guy's saying something and they put like coin collector or some fucking shitty game in the corner to like have multiple things going on. It's like, whoa, I'm so distracted by multiple things at once.
Well,
It's nearly that, but it's good and funny. Like
this
that's
is
that's
the
the important thing.
first time I'm hearing of these things because
Oh,
I'm
they
that
suck,
old.
man.
So-
Oh, they're so bad because just like I'm just going like pay attention all the fucking time. But those shitty videos, I fucking hate them. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We get some more of Nikura's demons. There is a centaur who is the bottom half of a horse, and the top half is the bottom half of a man.
that's
Uh,
great. Yeah.
That used to work through.
We get more with the Tsukinoko, who is encountered by the football team, and they're training the brother how to pick up the Tsukinoko. And
There's like,
like-
wait, you can't. It can't be a Tsukinoko because you caught it so easily. And it's like, wait, maybe it's because he wasn't thinking about doing anything to it that he could catch it so easily. And he's like, well, try and catch again. He's like, oh, I'll give it a go. But
Pure
now that I know
catch.
it's Tsukinoko, and it's like, no, it's incredibly easy to catch. And they're all like, wow, you must be so pure of heart. They all give him a little round of applause. He's like, what are you going to do with the Tsukinoko now? As you caught it, he's like, I'll take it to the police station. They're all like, fucking, what a brave man. You know,
yeah,
they're
well,
just
he's
all-
like, this is too much responsibility. I'm going to take it to the police station.
Yeah, so fucking dumb, that football team, and they continue to be dumb in the next episode as well. But yeah, it keeps focusing in like different ones of these panels will take focus and become like the A plot, and another thing will
Yes.
recede to the B plot. Because I did like him. I think it was the second level of the tower. The martial arts instructor has taken over the mats portion of the tower, and then gets in a wrestling fight with the mats person who was taking over the martial arts portion of the tower. But then they resolve their friendship in a flashback to a giant robot. And they're just like, all right, you can just skip the next two levels. And it's just like, one's getting increasingly frustrated. It's like, no, I'm trying to fucking get all the hospitality. This is bullshit.
Then we get a confrontation between Nagumo and the landlady, where she wants to win and also yield at the same time. So she yields by headbutting, bowing with such force she headbutts the landlady through the floor.
Into where the mysterious masked guy is kind of like, oh shit, I'm found out.
And then the landlady climbs up through the hole, takes a step forward, and then falls through a hole of her own making. As I guess the floor was just really, really weak.
Well, from all the damage it's been taking from, I guess, lack
Yeah.
of use. That most of this tower is empty. Most people are out sick or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
and then the final bit is she steps outside, and then everybody's outside receiving hospitality in the garden, which I assume
in the
is
multiple panels thing, we have
Yeah.
seen them start gathering like together here. Like everyone's getting a prize for being nice in some regard. Yeah.
I've not seen the comic. I assume in the comic it works that the final panel is she opens the door, and then you just get like a massive, like,
It's just
where's Waldo
everything at
splash?
once.
When it
It's a
breaks
lot
from
like the promotional art versus there's like a spread of the entire town with all things going on in every corner of it.
when it breaks from the grid format of everything happening at once, it kind of devolves when they get out. It starts focusing on these little bubbles of people. They're like
Yeah.
speech bubbles, but the bubbles contain a person. And when the people start doing the same thing, their bubbles join up and it becomes one story. And they're all floating wildly around. I was like, what? This is chaos. But then once it plays all of them, it plays it all once as one big, like you said, Brian, like a Where's Wally kind of shot.
Yeah.
And all of it plays within a few seconds. And I was like, oh, so we were just seeing all these individual moments floating at the same time. And now here it is all played at the same time, like in one screenshot.
Yeah. The other thing it
So
reminds
nice.
me of is the board. Well, is it a board game? It's an activity. Micro Macro Crime City, which are these. You get the box and you get like a massive A2, A1. I don't. They're like a massive map. This black and white isometric city. And then you have these crimes to solve, which are decks of cards where you flip one over and it asks you a question and you try and
Okay.
find the thing. And it's very similar in sort of this sort of very busy isometric layout, which also I was like, can I make an AMV of the Busy World of Richard Scarry opening? But the opening has so many sound effects in it. I was like, God, and I looked in the usual places where you might find sound effect free versions of 80s and 90s cartoon themes, but I have not been able to do it. And the other one I thought was Trumpton and Camberwick Green and Chigley, but they're not interesting enough to pull the trick off with.
Yeah, and it would work
Yeah.
as well because like that end shot of like the everyone at this big party essentially, and even the ending with the plasticine kind of like guys moving through the town. It's all of this like 3/4 angle isometric kind of grid essentially, like but made out of, I presume it's CG, but it's very like lower frame rate to make it look like it's hand animated modeling clay kind of thing. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's weird. It's very fun and weird.
It's like it's really doing exciting things with the form.
Yeah, very much so.
Even the end credits, which I skipped over and I missed this on the first viewing, we get like a historical representation of
that's
how
so
the city
fucking good,
was
though.
built. Yeah,
Like I was laughing through a bunch of this episode,
Right.
and that ending fucking bit where the progenitor of this family was like from a shitty mansion, but he received kindness from the people. They all helped him at once, so he always took someone in who was having it rougher than him and showed them a bunch of hospitality by doing shit he was not capable of, like giving them back rubs and stuff. And I think a Buddha crushed his mansion, like trying to get, what was the Buddha trying to crush? I can't remember. A demon or something like that. It's like squashing
Evil.
mansion, and everyone in the town going like, including the guy who owned the mansion, going like, "Oh shit!" And Buddha's like, fucking tower out of clay." And they're all still
two
flabbergasted.
towers is
Two
fine.
towers. And they're all like, "Okay, that's just really fucking funny." And Buddha's like, "Whew, off the hook."
Yeah.
And that's the establishment for the towers and the family that gives hospitality prizes. That's the history, the secret history of it, all done in silence. It's so good.
and the final moment though is that the cat rabbit belongs to a guy who runs a antique store, and I don't know whether this cat rabbit just steals things and brings them to his shop, and he puts it in the 100 yen basket.
Like he opens it, it's a picture of the girl she admires from the back that
Nagumo
she
from
took
the
on
back,
that
yes.
day. But he's just like, I don't know, 100 yen? Yeah, fuck it, that'll do.
Yeah,
Doesn't check it for.
I think she's like 2 years younger than Nagumo, which I think that then it makes more sense in the next episode when you've got the kid in the high school football team asking her out, and then you've got
Yeah.
the cop blushing when Wacko grabs his hand.
They're close to the same age, but not quite the same age. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Nagumo, Wacko are 20 and she's 18. I think is the difference.
And it's probably the most mature out of them.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Which is saying something, 'cause she's not very-
Wacko's mature. She knows she can't do that manga in this next story. She doesn't have time. No matter what the editor says. So episode 6 seems completely mild in comparison and also easier to describe. As
like
we meet
standard city like
Yes.
episode, if such thing exists.
Yeah.
we finally meet all the Adatara family. We've briefly seen them in the previous episode in their minibus on the way to the hospitality. We've met the granddad in the first episode, and we learn that they live in a Wallace and Gromit style situation, a house full of gadgets.
The
to wake up
man
people.
using like a foot pedal to like hammer the granddad in the head and repeatedly drop heavier objects on the
Yeah.
dad's face as he sleeps. It was
The
so
thing
good.
it's wise where it's just like his arms out to block it. So
He's
they can't-
like he's
can't
gotten in
stay
a block
bed.
position. Whereas the grandpa's his lumps in his head are just getting increasingly big till he looks like a unicorn. This and it goes through all the families. Like this is the eldest son. He's got a scar and he's very responsible. This is the second son. He's very happy about counting the amount of plates that he's broken as the morning goes on. These are the two younger daughters, the twins. They're just arguing that one of them ate the other one's sweets even before they've had their breakfast. And the man's just like, get your fucking shit together. You got to go to school. Eat your fucking
Go to
breakfast.
school
And get...
/ work, all of you.
Yeah, and even the older brother is just like, the girls are kind of like, hey, will you give us a lift as well? Because you said you give the brother a lift. It's like, because I'm going that way. You guys are going the opposite way. And it's like, come on. He's like, I'll
Right.
take you halfway there. I
So
got
this-
deliveries to do.
The second son is in the class with Riko Izumi. He's the modern day William Tell from the previous time we've
Yeah.
seen him.
He's competent in the class, but he's incompetent in the family. Yeah.
Makes plates real good.
I don't think the dad ever gets out of bed, but the granddad does eventually get out of bed, and he's late for his meeting and complains that the mum didn't wake him up on time.
But as soon as she gives him a dirty look, he's like, "Okay, thanks very much. I'll see you later." Kind of like just very like, "Oh shit, I have fucked up." Whereas the dad, I think he doesn't get up because he's like Niall said, he's gotten good at blocking the stuff that lands on his face.
And then talking of people being hit in the head, Nakura is repeatedly beaten in the head by the soccer team.
It's like hitting the head. One boy goes over. "Oh, sorry about that." She's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." Gets hit in the face with 2 soccer balls. 2 boys go over. Apologize. 3 soccer balls again and again and again. She's like, "All right, lads, this is too fucking far." And she goes through. I guess we don't get their names or anything, but she goes through each of the guys, and we get their brand of stupid.
Yes, I think my favourite bit is like, how are we supposed to avoid hitting you in the head if we don't practice?
You guys are so crap at soccer. It's like, well, we got to practice then, don't we? Like, what? I mean, we got you there, and she just slaps them on the head with a fan. With
It's just a conglomeration of young fellas who, like, well, we all have these other stranger hobbies we seem to be much more interested in, but we need an excuse for why we can gather together and regularly in large numbers. Yeah, this will be the soccer team. Yeah.
She comes to the conclusion that they all owe her a favour, and so therefore they should all go and help her look for her pendant, of which they have no response. So she brings a catapult, loads herself into it, and gets them to fire her out of this conversation.
That's what they will do. It's just like, we'll help you with anything. It's just like, and she's like, "Can you help me find my pendant?" And I was like, "That's very embarrassing. I need to fucking exit." They're like, "Absolutely. I will fire a girl out of a fucking catapult. No problem."
Then my favourite segment is the granddad, Dr. Adataura, is going to play a prank on the head of the Mikame family by pretending he's dead.
It's presented that he's dead, and they're all just like, "I can't believe he died." And the doctor's like, "Yes." Like, what's the doctor keep saying?
No, he's a priest. He's like, "Oh, the priest isn't even a priest. He's the pastor and John Lennon."
Some friend of
John
his.
Lennon, yeah. But he keeps repeating like priestly, doctory kind of things. It's like, you know. But it's like, initially he's like, "Oh fuck, did he die?" And then he's like, "Ah, the little cunt's always fucking playing tricks on me. Now I'm playing the trick. I'm gonna wake up and go, oh booga booga booga." But then he's confessing things to his corpse.
I should have always told him I respected him. You know, it's like I just thought he seems like a guy who'd always be around, and then now it's just too late. I can't even tell you. Maybe I can tell it now. It's like it's get like, oh, it's like. This is what my funeral would be like. Everyone was coming outpouring of like this good stuff for me. Oh no.
Okay, I'll wake up now and I'll go like, "Ah, it was only a prank. I got you back." And then he wakes up, he's like, "Ah," and I was like, "Oh,
it's just his ghost.
I'm dead." Because like death is literally there, and death is like fucking awkward. Sorry, buddy.
Are we going? Well, come on. I got places to be, man. Come
on. But yes, Mikame then drawing on his nose is enough to bring him back to life.
He draws an impression of him on his own fucking nose.
It's one last prank for you, buddy.
Yes.
Is enough to annoy him back to life. And when she comes back to life, scares the bejesus out of the dad and John Lennon. And it's a great fucking sequence. It's really good.
It's particularly because there's the bit where you were going through the pranking that he's done. It's a lot of the scenes we've seen, like only briefly, of like the 4 old men drinking together. And then after he's died, he goes, "Was that me having my life flash before my eyes there?"
I thought I was just remembering all the time he's pranked me, and I was going like, "I'm gonna fucking get you," but it's like, no, that my life was just being pranked by this guy. And now his new life's goal, now that he's come back to life, is to outdo his rival in prankery.
Yes, yeah.
That's his newfound focus.
It's a powerful motivator.
Yeah, exactly.
They've received another manga at the city of Mr. Happiness, which is a parody of Mr. Bummer.
Well. Yeah, his life is going extremely well, but he's like, "No thanks, I can't accept the extremely good things coming my way."
Which makes the author of Mr. Bummer fear that they're going to cancel his manga again, and they get into a wrestling fight. And then finally Todoroki is like, no, we want to run both of them together. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me sooner? We could have avoided all this wrestling we've just been doing.
So he's just trying to cover his mouth. It's like, I don't want to hear you say you're going to cancel my thing after I made the sequel to Mr. Bummer. And it's just, yeah, it gets increasingly wrestling as it goes on. Also, the physical comedy of like flopping around on the floor and like doing a swim, like all kinds of weird physical comedy, which is funny to say in like an animation, but it's like it feels very, it's not rotoscoped or anything, but it's got a really good physicality of itself down. Yeah.
There's like a very brief sketch where Wacko is delivering some post, and that's where the cop accidentally holds a hand and he blushes.
It's kind of done to a beat of a drum, where it's just like the frame will change at every beat of that drum.
Yes.
It's actually a little bit for like a minute long, or even less than that.
Yeah, it's just a nice interstitial little bit. Then we get another one of these ones where Rico has failed to do anything. She's just been staring at a blank exam paper, and the rest of her class try and help her sort out the exam.
I enjoyed the Death March one, but this one made me laugh out loud more because they're whisper
shouting at each other.
Yes, it's really funny.
At one point, they've all got out of their chairs and they've surrounded the desk, and they say, "Well, the teacher's got his nose in the book. He's not going to notice."
Oh, nice. I don't know what to do. You fool! I'm gonna hit you. You hit me. Yeah, I know. You were being a fool. Just having this whole like thing shouting going on, and figuring out wild, elaborate strategies for how we're going to help her again to get. No, we can't. Can't let her copy home, but that'd be wrong. It'd be right.
Yeah, because like, you can't get her to copy your thing, even though because then you'd both get in trouble for having the same fucking answers, and it's like, oh fuck, here comes the coolest dude in class. He's gonna have a plan. It's like, oh, he's got a pen. Is he gonna fill out for her? He's gonna put it in his pocket, and he's like, "You can do it." And he's like, "Of course, just cheer her on. She'll get it done.
Believe in her.
You just gotta believe in her. We gotta have faith."
Rico,
yeah,
go, Rico.
Yeah, all of them chanting in whisper unison.
Yes, we'll dodge summer school this year. It's just like, okay, kids, now it's the day's exam over. Enjoy your makeup test in a week's time. It's like, I think I didn't see you all doing that.
Like the entire fucking class, like gathered around her, whisper shouting, and it's just like, yeah, and they're all kind of like, "Oh, we get to hang out more in summer. That's pretty cool." Like they're all pretty happy with this circumstance. It's so stupid. It's really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite line is that her completely empty exam paper is a vision of purity.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's so perfect, and it's just like it's pure white. Yeah, that kind of.
Then the editor tries to get Wacko to run. I guess she submitted the Mr. Happiness.
Well, when he opens the door to go to the shop or whatever, like a new Mr. Happiness is there, and she happens to be passing by. Did she drop it off? Was she dropping it off as part of delivery things? We don't know, but every time he's like, "Hey, so we're gonna allow you to draw manga for the newspaper," and she's like, gonna have to pass on that.
You
there.
have a hard bargain. All right, we'll pay double.
And she's like, "Yeah, double. Wow, cool. I'm gonna have to pass on you there." And he's trying multiple strategies. He's like, "Okay. Oh, you drank the tea. If you drink the tea, it's a rule that you have to submit the thing." She's like, "Is it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, that's the case. Okay, then I'm gonna have to say no to the whole thing." Can't get her.
Yeah. A lot of the humor is his the visual representation of his defeat each time.
Yes. Yeah. More extreme as his plan gets more failing. Yeah.
And then the final part, Echan finally explains to Matsuri that she's leaving town
She's
in the
hoping a foolproof.
strangest way ever, sticking a giant pumpkin on Matsuri's head.
I'll write the word human over and over again on my hand. I'll put a pumpkin on your head, and I'll say it to the character of the pumpkin that you're going to play. But then her friend is getting into the character of the pumpkin a little too much. Oh no! Have you summoned the ghost of Nobunaga inside you? This is another one for you. It's not only Nobunaga in there, but it's Hideyoshi and like two other fucking guys, I think, and the pumpkin.
They want to do an interview about like if about killing a cuckoo or coaxing it or waiting for it.
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to like we're doing bits, but to be real, we're moving to England, and I don't know how long when I'll be back. And it's just, we're just doing bits. It's just we take the pumpkin off, and it's just the tears are coming. We had to do the bits because it's the only way. No, the comfort you live in.
Yeah.
Then the credits roll, and then it's just like the last little bit is just like it's sitting down in the sunset. What's that? The shadow of the title is just like over.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh
Yeah,
man, it's
yeah.
getting like a little bit real for a second here over in the city.
Because those two schoolgirls they're such fucking goober idiots. I mean, like the show is filled with that, but their weird friendship things that they were doing were so fun that this is the
Yes.
only way that they could confess. Is like, I'm going to be moving. I've constructed a stupid scenario in which I can actually say this to you, and it's still very stupid and sad. It's really good stuff.
Yes. They say they're going to. She's leaving at the end of summer, so they have to spend every day of summer together, which will continue to keep Matsuri out of the rest of her family's plots. Which is quite funny.
Probably for her benefit.
A whole lot of fun. There's so much to talk about these episodes. Every episode.
It's packed. Yeah.
Then I've got 2 Sakamoto days written in, no, 1 Sakamoto day written in here. Did you watch Sakamoto? Is there enough people watch Sakamoto days to talk about this? I can't remember. Episode 15.
I had, and you had.
Round
Yeah,
and round
I'm
the
trying
tower.
Yeah, I'm
Is
trying
that
to
it?
remember if I watched the next one, but yeah.
Round and round the tower. Sakamoto days, episode 15.
I was. This is one of the fights I was kind of looking forward to because that tower fight is so visually good in the comic. A lot of the stuff going on with it. It's initially. Oh no, actually no. We're starting from where we left off the last episode. Sakamoto has come up in the lift and he's actually involved at this stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's also wonder like Takamura is coming in. It's like over the course of the fight, the tower gets sliced and it's falling over. Then Takamura gets out of the taxi and slices it a different way, so it falls just so. Now, it's kind of straight again. It's kind of leaning now, so now it's a leaning Tokyo Tower, but it's not falling over.
That's the important bit.
Yeah, it's just like a wild fight. It's like a great use of the piano wire in different ways. Like it's just like braid it into a rope as well for different kind of like for holes and restraints.
Bringing it into rope, like making like a little like not a cat's cradle, but that kind of like thing between your fingers to block things. Yeah,
like a weave or a mesh.
Yeah. And just there's a lot of good to it, and it uses like the big like literal kind of swings of like I was thinking it was like were you playing like a Spider-Man game at this stage, like that you were getting so much like physicality moving around this kind of space, and I was like it feels like that sometimes, and it has that kind of movement. It's very satisfying to watch. Yeah.
And keeping to his code is just like I've turned down killing, maybe like trying to reform like these killers is the way to go. So we'll just like take him back to ours, nice and unconscious, and just give him like something proper to eat. Yeah, this dude's just got out of prison. He's probably hasn't had it in like a decent meal all day. So
yeah, they're going to give him some orange slices and say, "Hey, can you tell us any information about Slur?" and that kind of shit. Because it's like, listen, we're still mad at you, but we're not gonna kill you or anything. Just tell us the information, that kind of thing.
You just want to see the beauty inside people by cutting them open. It's your fault you were taught wrong.
Yeah. He gets a flashback as well, and it is a tragic one, but also one where it's like, yeah, this boy ain't right, that kind of thing.
But the adults in his life just let him down, so no wonder he embarked on a life of crime.
Yeah.
And Slice Dance is the next episode.
Yeah. But it's again enough to go that this all diversion, because we overheard like Kashima on the phone call to him and saying, "Yep, it's all diversion. They're going to attack like JA headquarters, and, like smash the place up."
They just wanted their biggest hit squad to be going after these killers and take out the headquarters while the while the cat's away, essentially.
Yeah, so in comes Slur and his boy Gaku, and
Yeah.
it's gonna go in there and we'll be very careful. Now remember, Gaku, that there is the toilets are on every second floor, so make sure like you know where they are. It's like,
Do be careful.
yeah. I'm fine. Do you need to go now? Yeah, I need to go now. Actually, okay. Well, make sure you go to a toilet before you go and kill everybody on the third floor.
And he,
Yeah.
I think he demonstrates his like scariness without even taking out the weapon when they're initially like parking outside, because they just bike there, don't they? They bicycle there.
Yeah.
Two guys to the bike, and one of the rent-a-cops kind of shows up. Is like, hey, are you guys got any assassin licenses, or have you got a license to be? This is a private building, and they're like,
Nope.
no, we're here to kill the assassins. Like, oh, so you know about the assassins? Rent-a-cop pulls a gun. Is like, I'm about to murder you, and barehanded he swipes a bunch of this dude's body into red mist, essentially. So it's even more dangerous when that thing on his back turns out to be a giant I guess it's like a mace, right?
It's like a meat tenderizer.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
Yes,
say,
that's
yeah.
the word.
Sort of
Yeah.
pyramidal like points on the hammer.
That is that's the right thing I was looking for. Sorry.
The meat tenderizer with a cannon inside it.
Yeah, nice.
And isn't there a
Get to work,
guy
like,
who
no.
switched sides who's let them in as well?
Yeah, when they're going up on the elevator, there's a bunch of lads standing there, and a bunch of generic looking ones. One slightly less generic looking one because he's got like cool earrings and stuff. And Slur's like, oh, they're like, you thought you were going to get past here, and he takes all out his boys and is like, hey, Slur, as you finally got here, it's like, hey, how's it going? Sorry to leave you here so long. Did you make any friends? It's like, yeah, but that's on the floor you've already been through, so they're all dead now. And he's like, ah, fuck, sorry, man. Then the work-life balance is better here, but I'm in it to win, boss. Like, I am going to go to the end with you here. It's a funny exchange. We're just like, yeah, I infiltrated the place and I had a good time here, and I like the hours better. But fuck it, I'm here to kill every one of these assassins.
Yeah. Gotta do it for a cause. Takamura is making his way in. Like, we posted two guys outside. It's like, hey, old man, what are you doing up out here? It's like, hey, so put it down, old man, and they don't stand a chance. He just fucking goes through them like shit through a goose.
Yeah, and it's all a setup. Specifically, I think the way you put it is to catch him, I guess, right? Is that what they were going for? I'm not 100% sure what they were going. Besides killing a bunch of them, obviously.
See, I meant to go and actually check again on a chapter of the comic too, because it definitely has a bit at the climax, where after kind of battle is resolved, where we've got like, they have to escape. Like, Slur is just there, is like doing like the same kind of like mumbling that Takamura does, and if you read the comic, might know what happens later on. But yeah, like the kind of seating that in like from the beginning. There is it also. We have knowledge of what happens later on. We can kind of
that's the other thing.
Have a fun little like detail of it here. But it's all like a thing like, it's Slurred is like trying to bring Sakamoto about, like, why the bounty, like, why are you going after me? It's just like, this is like, it's all to get back at you, like, no fun. I'm not doing the Slur fun thing. What about your family? What about your daughter? Something happened to them, and that's where he goes wild.
And the only thing that pulls him back is our psychic boy going like, "Don't do it, Mr. Sakamoto," and he's like, "Oh yeah, no killing. Can't be going back to the old ways." And he does mention that later as well. It's like, yeah, you're the voice that kind of called me back to reason, essentially, because he was going to murder this fucking guy for threatening his daughter, basically. Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those like gets encountered for people keep like showing up. Gaku does like he just like busting through the wall. Takamura comes into the back door. Doesn't use the door handle. Is just like stabs the sword through and then just moves it down to click the door handle.
That is so fucking cool, man. That's like again, it's one of those things like it's not that I wish I saw it in an action movie, but I feel like that's like a cool idea you had for an action movie where the dude stabs through the door and uses the blade to open the door. It was like you could have just opened. It wasn't locked, bro. You could have just opened it on the other side, but it's just extremely cool way of opening a door.
It's just so scary,
Yeah,
this doddering old guy muttering to himself. But if you get like within a couple of feet of him, you're just gonna be turned into fucking sheets of paper, sheets of meat paper.
Like when the guy who turned coat on him. I can't remember his name. He doesn't fucking last long anyway. He tries to
Uda.
just shoot the Ruda. He tries to shoot the our old guy. The dude like stabs him through the trigger finger, so he's completely like disarmed and in through the neck as well as it happens. But that doesn't take him out entirely. He's going to show up for one final hurrah.
Yes, because his necktie is a bomb.
Hmm.
Yeah, we get Sakamoto recognizing Slur and giving his real name.
He was in the same class as us, but he was
Uzuki,
never really
yes.
standing out, kind of thing. So,
yeah, and also when Uda blows up, we don't see a part again ever, so we don't know if he's
like
dead.
a part got his
or if
arm
he's
chopped
No.
off and was not
disappeared.
looking fucking good at the end of this thing. Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one who possibly survived or could have conceivably survived, but he has not shown up again in the comic yet.
He had like a degree of sympathy to him. He was.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
just didn't know. He just didn't know better. He wasn't raised right.
Because the comic's entering its final arc, isn't it?
Yeah.
Either
Mm.
now or next week. And
it has had like maybe it'll be I'm thinking of Black Clover actually, which did a similar thing with like all those like dudes who like beat up over the course of the comic and who we haven't seen ever since, like they're all here coming in for the save.
Yeah, I was just thinking
all these losers.
Sakamoto Days doesn't have quite so many of them.
Because a lot of them got by the actual assassants who
Yes.
still murder people is the problem with them returning.
Whereas, yes, Black Clover's
But
got
there's Apart and like
Apart,
what's the name? Kill Baby coming soon.
Yeah.
they all gotta show up and do something.
I mean, they
but
brought
yes.
back Boyle, so yeah, that's all right.
Black Clover has cleverly written it in a way to bring back all the dead characters as well.
Yeah.
It's called magic.
Yes.
We can do anything with
anything.
it.
But yes, there was this last bunch of Black Clovers did have some very good all your favorites are back moments.
And all your most hated ones are back, but they're better than the bad guy, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you've got a Shonen Jump comic that you're in control of its ending, it is a great way to wrap up your Shonen Jump comic. Is to
Everybody's here.
every character back.
Yeah.
Anything else? They end up in hospital.
Hio and Nagamo show up as fun, saying, "Hey man, you guys got fun? Stay out of this shit." It's just like, hey, come on, like we're former colleagues. Can we do each other a solid? And it's like, I'll tell you what I know, you tell me what you know, and it gives them a clue. Then, like well, I don't know, but it's probably something about this in like the Japan in the assassination school like database, probably in there. Some information might get you like a clue to where he's going and what he's going to do. It's just like, all right. Okay, now what I got from most ones is there's also that they've lured Hio into like the MRI machine, and him being like covered in metal as he is, he gets stuck into it straight away. But he just walks out
with the MRI on his back like a statement piece. Yeah, that's
like
what it's called.
he knocked over like a potted plant. Like while Lepius like he walks out the door with the MRI machine still like fucking in action and then on his body.
Don't be walking around with that on. That seems like a bad idea. But yeah, it's also the bit where we get Sakamoto. Like, he doesn't actually thank Shin. He thinks about what he would say to Shin if he was a talkative fellow, which he is not. And Shin kind of giving out is like, dude, I want to hear that out loud. Don't just say it in your head.
It's so touching.
Excuse me.
Yep, still really good. But again, the only problem is like we're still reading the comic, and the comic continues to be good. Yeah,
I know it's picking up now, and it's just like but the whole like not even like the school and shit. It's getting to the school. There's like tons of fun to be had yet.
This next arc is, I think, is one of has got some crazy action sequences in. So
yeah,
hopefully they come out
more.
well in the. And introduces also one of the most annoying characters who you will hate. And he is still in the comic. Detectives these days are crazy. Episode 6. Mashiro hosts Girls' Night Out. Assistant switch and battle to the death at 100 degrees Celsius. Mashiro hosts Girls' Night Out. It's Mashiro and Maki and the new girl who we introduced.
Izuha, the spy.
Yes.
The
Slash
Q,
crazy
I guess.
inventor.
Yeah.
And all they want to do by the end of this is just get Maki drunk and Maki to say things that she shouldn't be saying.
But it's the idea that it's just like, wow, we're gonna have a girly night. That's gonna be really nice. It's like, oh wait, I'm older than them and I don't want to reveal that. And they're weird as fuck and do not know what a girly night would consist of.
Yes.
No, but they try and unless upon saying, geez, her defenses are very high. It's just like we'll just try to switch it out. Like, no, what's Ash now? Favorite color? Where's pink and with white stripes? What's her age? She's 20%. She's obviously been training very hard at this.
She's a tough nut to crack, but she will start admitting to her feelings the drunker she gets. So they're just plying her with alcohol. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe the mood would improve if we swap assistants for a time.
Yeah, so essentially you have the two adults and the two teenagers working together, and it doesn't really work.
Well, it seems to. Well, okay, one side of it seems to work, and the other side does not seem to work. Where it kind of does, because it's like it's that she's too competent. As he points out, it's like with you here. What's even the point of me as a detective? You've got all the files ready. You've already pre-prepared. It's like I don't have to do anything. You could technically do this job on your own. Like I'm not.
I need
necessary.
Mashiro because she's a fuck up. You know.
She does the things that I can't, like fucking physically impossible things, or pull something wild out of her bra to solve or make the situation worse.
But even in her fuck up way
feces.
with Astonaro, she somehow solved or helped solve the case of the runaway pervert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, literally 4 pervert kings of this town.
Yes. That must be a thing, because that is a thing in. I don't know if. I guess this is before the first Judgment game came out, because that is a thing in the first Judgment game. Is that.
The 4 pervert kings?
Yes, the 4 pervert kings of Kamurocho.
I feel like walking up to like your main boy in Yakuza and asking pick a nipple to lick is like that's you're asking to get your ass fucking kicked. That's
no,
right?
there's a different pervert who shows up in the Yakuza games. Actually, there might be multiple ones of the same person, but no, in Judgment there are definitely 4 pervert kings. They're a ongoing side story throughout the first game. I think they show up in the second game as well, but they don't have as big a role.
It's often like if it's not pervert, it's these 4 local weirdos. Like Kaguya-sama has the 4 heavenly ramen kings.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like they have very staunch philosophies about why it's a proper way to enjoy and eat ramen, and this to keep running into fun and cheek guys. This is there to get lunch and fun, saying, she has some skill after all for someone so young.
The niche interest 4 kings or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yes, they are the filthy 4. They are what's their names? Professor Panty, Judge Creep and Peep, Ass Ketchum, and Giant Impact. Are the ones.
Cooler names than dude with cross-shaped chest hair.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you call him to see him. He probably has a name, but
call him Crosshairs.
Oh yeah, that would be a better name.
And then the final part is Nagumo is pursuing a escaped criminal. Escaped criminal he recognizes when he comes in the sauna, and then they try and
the news is on the telly, and it's currently talking about how to recognize the escaped criminal. It's like maybe just looks like him. He has a very specific tattoo on his back. It's like, oh no, that's this guy. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
So
And
if
then
I
the
keep
cut-
if I keep adding
Yeah.
heat to the fucking sauna, it's like, hey, kid, you think you can handle a little more heat? It's like, yeah, old man. He's just like, and it's
Yeah.
like, I need to knock him the fuck out because he looks pretty built, and my fucking back's been acting up again. I don't want
Yes.
to
But
fuck with this guy.
Then they start to bond over how much they're both enjoying the heat. And he's like, I got to admit, this young guy, he can really take the heat. I didn't think I expect him. And he's like, and this old guy, he can really take the heat. And then a really old man comes in, pours so much water over the
The
rocks.
entire basin and
Yes.
Yeah.
And the pair of them are both knocked unconscious. And they're like, they wake up and Nuguma's like, what happened to the old man? He's over there. He's fine. Not a problem at all for him.
Damn.
And then in the second part of episode 7, rather, first part of episode 7, Nagumo's grown up a lure. Yeah, I'm sure this has happened to everybody. You've been to see one of your mad scientist friends because you want to drink coffee to appear like a mature woman, and she forgets to tell you that it's got aphrodisiac side effects.
Now, what the reversal of this is, generally she gets the funny extreme faces, but now our detective man gets the funny, sexy faces, like the hyper realistic, like very attractive versions of him just keep showing up. She's like, holy shit, he's hot though. And he's
But
not.
at this
Nothing
point,
he's
she
doing-
knows she's had an aphrodisiac, so she's like, I know this is the drug making me think he's hot, but he is hot.
Yeah, it's like the thing was like, hey, remember when I said I slipped outside? Like, it looks like I tore my pants, and he's like showing a tear in his pants while turning around and winking. And I was just like, no, that's not sexy. That's dumb as
No.
shit.
But yes,
It's a
It
good
is-
way to just like, we know there's a kind of a could be like some weird sexual tension here that someone might read into. Here's a way to quickly and effectively just like drain any enthusiasm out of that, making it kind of weird
Yes.
and awkward and stupid and funny.
particularly because in
She
the
probably
we
likes him because
yeah.
she's a younger thing looking up to an older guy. But like, it's just like she's kind of like, no, none of this. I don't want
also
to.
she and Mackie both saw him stark bollock naked at the end of the last episode.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. He stood up
Um,
in the without the towel, man.
Well, he had the tail on when he stood up. It just didn't stay attached to him after he stood up.
Yeah.
But they have a stiff breeze.
Yes, and then he offers her a cafe au lait, which she also doesn't like because she didn't like the black coffee because it was too bitter and spat
No,
it
she
all
didn't
over
like the
the room.
cafe au lait because the milk was gone off, and as established earlier
That
in
was
the
it.
episode,
Yes.
his I forgot what fucking disease he has that's blocked his fucking nose, so he didn't realize the milk was
Yes.
off.
Uh,
One of his many ways his body's breaking down. So yeah.
Second part is the lost child of Mashiro, where Mashiro has found a child called Beaver Fu, and they try and find her parent, and eventually the parent just shows up because this is the daughter of the former child detective, now policeman, Mimasaka, Nagumo's
And-
old friend.
And the child points out, "I gave you all the clues, detective."
Yes, she did. We run through all the clues as to her identity that she's left throughout the rest of the episode, and she's going to become the Phantom Thief Beaver, and runs off with Nagumo's wallet because she wants to be a thief.
And even him kind of going, is like, she just fucking stole my wallet to the police. Detective. He's
Aha.
like, she's cute though, isn't she? He's like, yeah, she's pretty cute. She's a cute kid.
Then the third part, she's stolen loads of stuff out of Nagumo's office and left Phantom Thief style clues. Meanwhile, a real Phantom Thief, River Lake, is going to steal the Mona Lisa. Sorry, the Smile painting.
This is the Phantom Thief that she looks up to and wants to be like someday. Yeah.
Yes, and so they call Nagumo in to and Mashiro to try and protect the painting from.
They don't really need them. There's like 200 cops in the building and outside the
Yes.
building, so it's going to be fine. And there's a laser grid and poison gas, and it's like, there's no way he could possibly get this. Ah, fuck, it's gone, isn't it?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
lights on, lights off. It's been vanished. But there
Yeah.
he goes right now, and he's just some kind of gross-looking old dude. It's like, it's not cool at all. Like,
And his
it's
face is
skilled,
beat
it's
up
a great
because-
plan, but like, it just it's just no like style or grace to him at all. He's just like a
Yeah.
snubby old dude.
the tuxedo mask looks less good when your face is swollen from the amount of police presumably you had to fight to get into this situation in the first place. But yeah,
He's crawling up the wall, similar to a cockroach. It's just like, oh gosh, no.
no, not cool.
Phantom Thief's a bad name.
Yeah, essentially as the recurring gag is like everything he does to get away, he looks less and less it humiliates
Yeah,
him
he
further and
uses a
further.
flashbang. He was looking directly at it at the time.
Yes.
All kinds of fucking things.
I
Yeah.
think he's in his underpants by the end of it, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he had to lose the costume, but
Yeah.
he has no clothes underneath the costume, so it's not a disguise. It's just a naked man running away.
And Fu Chan is the one who brings him down at the end because while she wanted to be a phantom thief, this guy has let her down. She looked up to him and look at him now. And then steals Nagumo's present that her dad bought him. Also, she seems to always wear her pajamas. That also seems to be her.
I get those days, you know. It's like, I can't be bothered, you know. I'm still gonna leave the house anyway. I may as well just stay this way for your whole life.
Yeah, these were funny episodes. I particularly liked the last part here with the Phantom Thief stuff because the escalation of like his further humiliation step by step, and then it turns out, of course, he's not even stolen the real one because they didn't even put the real one out to be stolen.
The thankfully fireproof
yes.
one.
Oh yes, because Mashiro has got the dart watch from Conan, except the one she's got is a flamethrower.
And it's like, don't worry, I studied this painting and it survived several wars and several bombings of the museums. It's actually fireproof from the paint that it was used. The painting immediately falls down on fire. She's like, oh, fuck, 20 billion, you said. Like, that's a lot of cash. But yeah, it's not the real painting, and that's why it's set on fire. So you're good. You're good.
Yep. Then we've got Me and the Alien Moo, episode 18, Rakugo and the EMS, and Tenkubashi Lies and Videotape. So in the first part, I think my favorite line is Tsurumi saying, "Doesn't everyone have abs?" When he pulls his shirt.
Pulling up his shirt and he's fucking just rocking. It's like, yeah, because our other boy is getting a bit fat for mysterious reasons that are revealed later, and our girl is kind of like, I need to be hot so the hot boy I like will notice me. So those things that like electrocute your six packs, do they fucking work? And your man's like, yeah, they fucking work. Obviously they work. They wouldn't be allowed to sell them if they didn't work. So they both try it out, but then they forget that it's diet and exercise. It's a combination of things, and if you just do one, you'd be like, wow, it feels like it worked out. Now to eat more food.
Yes.
So it's like,
and there's this girl called Akina-chan who is constantly feeding Rakugo. She's fine with having muscles, but she wants him to be big. As I think in the second part, it's revealed because he's more fatherly. If he's bigger.
She's got a thing for that, and it's the thing of like he gets fucking swole, but as they point out, like, you look like a fat guy with muscles, you know, that kind of way, or a muscly guy with fat on, and I'm like a guy who works for a living kind of thing, and it's just like, that's her type. She's like, no, you're not fat. What are you talking about? It's cool. She's like, yes, and me constantly coming to his house and feeding him and giving him increasingly larger lunges has paid off.
And there's lots of commentary from Moo Moo about this, particularly about how he's the side character, which is true. He's had no personality up to this episode.
No, he's had one thing, and that's where they thought he got a porn DVD stuck in a PS2, and it's now haunted to have his fucking jizz in it. Is that's the other personality thing he's gotten? Not a great one. He does not like that reputation, but you know.
The second half is essentially the revelation that essentially Tsurumi and Sakuraba are married to their cats. As she has loads of flashbacks about her grandmother and her grandfather, and how her grandmother dealt with her grandfather, and she decides to take the same approach with Moo Moo. And then it slowly dawns on her at one point much later in the episode, is like, oh, she doesn't verbalize it, you just see it on her face of like
Yeah,
realizing,
the realization.
oh, yeah, okay, I'm treating my cat
I'm
like a
dealing with my
husband.
cat like Granny dealt with Grandpa. And it's like, I think this is a realization a lot of people with pets are going to fucking have. Not only that you treat them like your partner, but you also treat them like your kid. It's a weird combination of that, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and we see like glimpses of it through Sarumi's dialogue, because obviously we never get as much from him because he's very reticent and doesn't say things.
Yeah.
But yes, he's like had to put in metal plates to prevent Decimaru from scratching up the walls and like all these additional things to this rented property. Because her big thing is that she's paying so much electricity because of Moo Moo leaving everything on all the time.
Well, it's powering the stealth on the rocket that's crashed into her apartment.
Yes, and also they've cut off her money because of the failure of the last mission.
The prior thing on on next episode, she's going to go to a sex hotel with this guy. He's like, no. Your man's like, yeah, sorry, the government really says you botched that last job, so they're not going to be paying your electricity anymore. And he's like, I can pay out of my own money. And she's like imagining that scenario where he's handing her an envelope, and it's, she's a college student and he's a grown ass man. And she's like, no, I do not want to be.
And she's imagining the headline of a government worker caught with high school girl, and Moo Moo's like, oh, you've dropped your age in this fantasy you've had.
Yeah. She thinks of herself as younger, but she's a college student. But it's still like, it looks bad. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have to do more of her shitty part-time work at the convenience store now.
Yeah, and with Decimaru and Moo Moo are getting lazy.
Lazier and fatter. Because, yeah.
Is that everything in this one? That's pretty much everything. And then the second one is more complicated because everyone gets involved in Akina-chan's volunteer club, where essentially currently they are doing puppetry for a kindergarten seemingly populated by the children from Spy Family.
There's some weird looking fucking kids in there, including one that looks way
like
too square and old.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got Frankenstein at kindergarten is my very first note.
But like they're all doing this for different reasons. Like essentially it's for like not social credits, work credits, to show that you on your college application and
yes,
as you're going through college, you've done work. It's work experience. That's the fucking word. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, because they're supposed to be looking. They mentioned looking for jobs. Why they're like, wait, which then ties into later on when we see Tenkubashi in a suit. You're like, oh, has he gone away to a job interview? And then they leak to, oh, has he gone away to a funeral? And then the final punchline is top notch.
We'll get that. But, it's basically the thing of they're all doing it for their own reasons. Like all of them doing it for selfish reasons.
A lot of romance reasons going on as those small girls see through their ulterior motives.
Our guy from the last episode who has lost all the weight and then some. He's actually become incredibly skinny because I think he came down with something. She was less into him, so she broke up with him, and then he got more skinny out of depression. But now he's trying to win her back by doing this volunteer stuff that she's heading up. Yes. She's the writer. I think she's the writer for it. But anyway, yeah.
Yes, and Tenkubashi gets involved because your other girl is involved in this as well. She's part of the volunteer group.
He wasn't going to get involved until he realized that she was involved by her walking through the door and going like, come on, you got to help us out. And he's like, absolutely, these children need to be put down a peg.
The
shits.
The bit I missed is how Miwa gets involved. Obviously, she takes charge and sorts it out.
I think it's because, she's just like, I'm going to be in charge of this thing. She's that kind of character. It's like, you guys are fucking this up. I'll fix it and take all the credit, as we've seen her do before.
Yes, and get into shouting matches with small children who pick apart their technologically accurate version of the Three Little Pigs story.
The problem is they're too technologically accurate, and they're trying to come up with ways they could, like, how do we appeal to the youth? And all of the man's thing of the youth, like they try to do Momotaro, but like he's like, okay, so the youth ultrasound on the peach. And it's like they see there's a child in there. It's like, better not fuck with that. Like, we don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
he basically runs through every sort of Japanese folklore story where somebody finds a child, and his version of the story is they just leave that child there, they don't get involved.
The story does not happen because I am a sensible fellow. So they need to figure out, like you say, a technologically advanced Three Little Pigs, which is, I think, the main improvement that they added is Moo playing the wolf, which is a great addition.
Yes.
Yeah, just the little dog face on top of the cat face is like the little dog mask, I guess, on top of the cat face.
Yes,
is a
and
good
me
idea.
was wearing a dog mask as well, and they got the pig puppets. Essentially, the designs of all the essentially they argue that all the pigs' houses would have withstood the wolves huffing
Yeah,
and puffing.
the initial pig made his house out of straw. The kids are like, "Oh, here we go, fucking things building out of straw like an idiot." It's like, no, these are composite straw bricks that actually are good for cold and hot temperatures. They change in the season, and you can put plaster over them. And we put plaster in between the roof tiles, making it sealed. And it's like, so the wolf couldn't fucking get in. Moo on top of a toy house trying to break into it, not working. And and it's just like, wait, that's not how the fairy tale goes. It's like, and they're saying like the kids fucking like gotcha fucking phrases like look it up, kid, like shit back then. They're being so shitty to these admittedly shitty kids, but like
Yeah.
they're
And of
adults.
course, it's only the boys being shitty because all the girls are above this, and they're observing the women and
The
going,
love triangles.
"Why are you doing this? I think we know why
Yeah.
you're doing this. I think we've spotted your ulterior motives."
Are you guys going out with them? I was like, oh, so you're not going out with them? And now that we've brought it up, you're all fucking embarrassed about it. I see how it fucking is. They're
And then so that he gets called away, and then second half is they've got to clean up they do the yearly cleanup of the club room, and they discover a tape called Kyoko 30 Years Old, of which Sakuraku and Rakugo instantly think it's a sex tape. Surumi does not appear to get that they think that it's a sex tape that Tenkubashi is recorded.
So
it's just so innocent.
He's basically like the president's away because he never fucking shows up to do cleaning day, and so whatever. It's like we just have to ask him over the phone, what kind of VHS is this? Because I don't fucking recognize this tape format. But without telling him the thing, because like I want to see this fucking sex tape is basically his modus operandi. And it's like, and your man's like, oh, that's VHS. I'll describe to you the history of VHS. And it's like, no, it's not, it's too small. It's like, then it's Betamax. Betamax has this other fucking thing. It lost because it didn't have porn, unlike VHS. So, and it's like, so yeah, the adult video market is cornered by VHS, and it's like, oh, it's not, it doesn't fit in the Betamax player. It's like, why are you talking to me about fucking adult videos? Like, okay, that's obviously like, he's just,
it's very funny because Tenkubashi is the one who brings up the adult videos and then shouts at Rakugo.
Yeah, it gives him shit for it.
Yeah.
And I recognized it instantly because we had one of these like camcorder things when I was younger. It's one of those tapes that goes into a VHS tape.
It's not that though. That's what they think it is originally. They think it's VHS-C. It's not VHS-C.
Yeah.
They try that, and it's high 8, so they need to put it in a camcorder and connect the camcorder.
And you can
to
hook
the
the camcorder up to the TV as your player. Yeah.
And it's not a sex tape. It is a recording of him doing experiments as a child and being yelled at by his mum. And they notice that
experiment 48. I had to move it to the riverbank because I set fire to the building I initially tried this fucking thing in, and it's just like, he's increasingly fucking up, and his mom's increasingly giving out to him, and then they kind of realize it's like, oh, he's the whole, like, he might be fucking up, but he's always trying to make stuff for his mom. He's trying to make an automatic like dish cleaner that you insert into the clothes washing machine, and his mom's like, there's fucking food on all the clothes now, you little fucker. But it's also increasing offices. She is not well, is the other thing.
But they also point out that she looks exactly like Sadoko, the woman he's interested in.
Everyone's got a parent fetish. Okay, all right.
Yes, so they leap to many conclusions about why he's wearing a suit. We've seen him go past the hospital, so it's dragging you to those same conclusions as a viewer.
And when they eventually like get him, like, it's like, okay, what kind of fucking video is it? It's like, all right, put me on camera, and he's like on he's on video. It's like, why are you wearing a suit? He's like, never you fucking mind why I'm wearing a suit. Show me the VHS. He's like, okay, I see what it is now, because he just wants to look at it. And one of the diary entries is like, hey, ma'am can't walk anymore, so I need to work on the automatic walker, because it's like everything's automatic something or other is the thing he's trying to make. Yeah, and shot
Yeah.
her using some kind of like motorized Zimmer frame that he's built for while she's in hospital.
It seemed like it was going to lead to terrible injuries.
Yes. Yeah.
The way he was describing it seemed truly horrifying. But yes, his intentions are good. He doesn't want them to watch the video, but they've already watched it. They've leapt to the conclusion that he's at his mum's funeral, and then we pull out reveal that he's just been dragged to a family wedding by his mum, and she's still nagging him and telling him off.
A random kid at the wedding, I presume, like a cousin or something, is like, "Why are you wearing a black tie? This is a fucking wedding, dude. That's like for a funeral."
Those are some really funnily drawn children as well. I assume this is straight out of the comic because there's funny looking children at the start and funny looking children at the end. This was a new twist to how this cartoon operates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they have done nothing to make the space people any more passive. They mentioned that they clone their superior warriors and alter them with electricity to make them more powerful in the discussion in the first episode. But that's kind of the only other illumination we get. Then we got new Pantheon stocking, episode 5 and episode 6. Episode 5 is called, if you can find...
Let's see, it is Rolling Sisters, Mutant Garter Belts, and Bitch Serial Killer.
I cannot remember what happens in Rolling Sisters whatsoever.
No, I can't either. It's gone straight out of my brain.
God, it has been pushed out by the other fucking mad shit. Jesus. Now that you mention it.
I remember everything else about the other two. Let's see.
Well, we just get straight to it then, because it's kind of been superseded by this, those two lads you kept seeing on the poster material. They're finally here.
I remember the other two. Yeah, that's the second one. We got Mutant Garter Belts.
Oh, I just looked it up. I always mix up the two Demon Sisters. One of them has to take her weekly shit.
Scanty, yes. Okay.
Yes, Scanty has to take her weekly shit, but unfortunately there's it looks like a tornado ghost, but it's actually like a sushi ghost, a sushi maker ghost who needs to be complimented by his master one more time, and the master's still fucking rude about it.
I assume from the length of this transcript that's on the Pantheon Stocking wiki that it was a very short part.
It was a shorter one. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Second part, I definitely remember. Mutant Garter Belts. Garter Belt adopts a turtle.
Well, there's a Ninja Turtle ghost, and he's like, "No, my fucking mom flushed my baby turtle down the toilet. I'm gonna be this guy's best friend." It's possessing you, isn't it? You fucking dipshit. It's like it certainly is possessing him and turning him into a turtle, man.
So I like how it takes the adopting an animal story from the previous week, which was heartfelt and warm, and just turns it into a really stupid "God about you fucked up again" story.
Yeah. He eventually becomes a kaiju size, as pointed out by new character Gaijin, who's very excited to see a kaiju and then is disgusted by this horrible kaiju, as he should be.
Oh my god, kaiju is bad.
Yeah, this Garter Belt Ninja Turtle is birthing new, like regular Garter Belt size Ninja Turtle Garter Belts, and unfortunately, they're taking over the city.
Yeah,
and making it a real rough place.
Discovering this transcript pages is really useful. Kaiju Garter Belt. Many babies have had their own babies, and those babies have had their babies, and then those babies have had babies, and even more babies. Pretty soon, it's going to be Tinkle Turtles all the way down.
Babies.
This is my Tinkle Turtle plan. So get ready, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yep. They get rid of them, and then there's a platypus ghost Garter Belt hybrid at the end.
Yeah, they say Garter Belt is going out with a woman with a pet platypus, and it's just like now he's fucked the platypus, I assume. Like he's fucked up in some other goddamn way, basically. Yeah.
And then we get the best part of this episode, which is Bitch Serial Killer, where
Yes.
There is a serial killer who is killing people who resemble Panty, and so they've assembled everybody who looks like Panty under one roof to prevent this happening.
There's two things you have to fulfill. We see that in the opening bit where like a woman was cheating on some guy, like it was basically like a married guy, and she used to run out the
Yeah.
window, and she gets horribly murdered. And I was like, Jesus, that's pretty fucking brutal. But then they're like, okay, we have to protect them. Anyone with that haircut and who is a slut has been taken into witness protection in this building. And initially Panty's like, I'm not going to do that. And it's like, we'll have these guys protecting you. And a couple of 3 hot policemen shows up. And she's like, fuck yes. All right, count me in.
And the opening murder is quite clever because it's everything about it is just different enough in style. You think, oh, they're doing a stylistic change episode.
I thought it was tonally very different from a lot of the, especially Mutant Garter Belt was the prior fucking
and it tricks you into thinking, oh, was this Panty getting killed in this opening bit? And it's not. It's not. It's just somebody who looks like Panty, and then the reveal at the end that is not even in reality at all. That is a movie, and the actual murderer is the actress from that movie. It was a clever bit of double-handed storytelling. It's not what I wanted to say at all, but that's how it came out.
Double entendres are perfect for talking about this fucking show, man. Because we guess Briefs kind of like, because Briefs has disguised himself as, well, he's put a wig on and claimed he was a slut. So while Panty's having sex in the next room, he's having a wank, and he gets got by the murderer. But then when they find him later on, it's like, oh my god, this woman was put in a fucking washing machine with razor blades. That was a horrific fucking thing. Is that actually from something? That's fucked up. But he was like,
wide imaginations over that.
He was slashed in the throat and like gutted, and like he ends up on the slab, and he kind of wakes up and they're like, Jesus Christ, how are you still alive? And they kind of check the murder weapon knife, and it's just like, oh, this is like a prop one. It just sprays blood out. It's got no edge to it. And it's like, what about the guts? He's like, my guts. It's like, oh wait, I've suddenly remembered that the ghost made it look like he was murdered, but didn't actually murder him. So the ghost isn't the killer. The ghost is just making fake murders like one you'd make in a film, whereas there is actually a murderer that isn't a ghost, dressed as the ghost doing the murders, which is a weird reverse Scooby-Doo, I guess, kind of situation.
Yeah, they like introduce a new detective character as well, so you think it could be the detective character. Yeah, it's a really well written little really early 80s slasher, where they don't quite know what they're doing, and they're kind of still Agatha Christie murder mysteries, but just
what I like about it at the end as well, the only person who I assume is going to get arrested is Briefs, because he admitted that he's put a tracking device on Panty so he can follow her wherever she goes. They're like, dude, that's like, all the detectives are like, that's incredibly illegal. Like, you can't be doing that. And there is no one to arrest by the end of it because of horrific fucking body trauma, essentially.
Okay. It's definitely specifically referencing Giallo movies because the detective is called Detective Dario. Okay.
Okay.
So I assume that washing machine murder may be from a specific Giallo situation. Then we get the Brothers from Heaven, where we finally meet the two much hyped Angel. They're cousins. They are the cousins of Panty and Stocking, it is revealed. And they've come here to take their place because Panty and Stocking are bad angels who do a bad job at fighting ghosts, and they've got all the new high-tech equipment to do such a thing.
They keep referring to Panty and Stocking as boomers, or not boomers. Yeah, no, it is boomers. Okay,
it is boomers. Yes.
I was like, were they calling them Gen X or something? Like actually. It's fine.
They're using a lot of the lingo or translated, localized as such.
As appropriate. And I think the funny thing I saw before I'd actually watched the thing, people figuring out, I was like, holy shit, they're ripped. When they do their transformation thing, it's like, what did you think they were going to happen with them? Of course, they're going to look like that.
I think the transformations in this episode are the sexiest the cartoon has been.
That's fair.
Well, it's the midstreamish power up. We had to change up the damage sequence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I do like that our heroes' power up is that they all get tiaras. Because they're magical girls, that's what their power up would be.
And slightly bigger guns.
Yes.
Mm,
Because yes, they have to get replacement weapons when their weapons are locked up. They can't use them, so they have to go and see a woman who turns out to be Brief's nerd friend, gunsmith bitch, who for a fee, not sex, is what Panty immediately tries to sell herself.
You keep your fucking hands off me. I don't normally do this, but if you get me a little gun, ready to rock your world.
For an undisclosed fee, she will give you all the illegal modifications from heaven that you could possibly want. Like your Matrix, we need more guns, fucking shit, basically. Yeah.
Also,
Hmm.
polyester and polyurethane at this point have turned Scandian knee socks into a three-eyed unicorn.
Because initially, like a demon, what are you doing here, demon filth? Take on your true form, and they've combined them into a horse's head and a horse's arse.
Yes.
So yeah, they're kind of like
we see him get hit by lightning, like when it can change brackets. And we're just doing like the pantomime horse. We're just going to was holding on for each other in the middle.
And at first, Garterbell is not going to give them the angel licenses until he hears who their dad is, and then he immediately gives them the angel licenses. Panty and Stockings did not know they had angel licenses, nor where they were being kept.
Garterbell was keeping them taped inside the fridge next to the cheese, nice and fucking safe. But like he gives it to these guys, and like initially he's like, "So like now that I've helped you," and they obviously immediately destroy the licenses. It's like, "So now that I've helped you out, obviously I'm gonna," and like he walks up to their, because they have an even bigger car is the other thing, because their super stretched limo thing is bigger even than the demons one, and it beats up their Panty and Stockings car. Like there's so much good.
It's a mammoth car.
Yeah, there's so much good sequences where like, it runs over their car several times, then it runs over both of their cars and beats them up. There's a real
recurring bit
Transformer.
There's a recurring bit in the revival of Reno 911 with some recurring characters who have like one of these much bigger military police vehicles.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds. And I assume that's the point. I assume it is probably a specific, like, this is a thing that the police use, and it's clearly a military vehicle.
Yeah. Because it is about like they have the higher, better, more modern angel tech rather than a gun and a sword, that kind of thing. Yes. They have like a gun hand thing that shoots bullets out the fingers, and like a foot blade kind of situation. Cooler shit, essentially. They got the new modern stuff.
And their dad is Rabi, the supreme overseer of heavenly ethics.
But yeah, just Garterbell like walking up to their thing is like, and obviously I'm going to help you boys out. And they're going to just slam the door and drive away. It's like, those little fucking shits. I never liked them in the first place.
Well, they do it at the full service now. Like, angels don't just like hunt down ghosts. They also just like in a person's like dying moments, it appeared to them like a choir of angels to send them up to heaven. It's just you gotta do that. It's kind of like community service or like community outreach. You gotta do that as well because we're good angels. We do all the things.
Yes, I was going to say technically they're not doing anything wrong.
Like technically they are like they're going like we have got vision built into our eyes where we can see where the demons are going to appear, so we just shoot the bullets where the demon's going to appear, and the demon instantly fucking dies and never turns into a fucking kaiju and wrecks the whole fucking city or any of that fucking nonsense.
But yes,
we take care of it immediately, nip it in the bud.
But because they get into this bet with Panty and Stocking and eventually Scanty and
whoever makes more money from eliminating demons. And I guess when we've seen lots of collateral damage of humans in this thing, most of the city seems to be demons at this stage. So it's like, it's fine, I guess, the collateral
and all the demons in this episode are the They Live aliens.
Yes.
Yeah. They have the glasses version of them.
Ghosts rather than demons. Yes, it's revealed that if you eliminate too many ghosts too quickly, they then form a massive ball of ghosts.
A ghost Katamari that's just rolling downtown. Yeah.
And then yes, and so they can't think of what to do, and then Gunsmith bitch. Apparently, there's the bag of holding she sold them. She can also appear out of, and sells them more equipment to both sets of sisters, and they get their upgrades, and they get the new transformation, and they get loads and loads of heaven coins, and then Rami's hand comes down from heaven and tells his sons off.
He's photographed human hand, not like a drawing of a hand like everyone else.
Yes.
I did love that. Yeah.
And then Gunsmith Bitch shows up to take all the heaven coins because this was the pay later part
Hefty
of
bill.
the buy now pay later deal. And then after the credits, we learn that this has gone according to the father's plan. Don't worry, kids. We're going to continue fighting against Pantheon Stocking. Because essentially the gist of it seems to be that the King of Heaven is okay with his daughters
Being
misbehaving.
fuck ups. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
and killing.
But presumably the Uncle of Heaven is not so fine at this, but he can't outright do anything about it. So
He can't usurp them, so he can interfere. Is the plan? Yeah.
We'll make our kids do it.
I also wonder if Gunsmith Bitch is going to turn out to be a problem as well, because it particularly because like how they ended up with nothing at the end of this.
Also, I was like, where did you get all those heavenly weapons? I was like, oh, never you mind. That kind of thing. I assume that's like a thing on Gunsmith Cats as well, but obviously like
Yes, I
the
think
most
so.
corrupt version
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, particularly because of the gun fetish that the author of Gunsmith Cats has, and the gun fetish that Gunsmith Bitch has in this episode.
Yeah, and like I said, I really like a lot of the CG stuff with the cars, because that fucking chase sequence, like up and down buildings, and their big fucking military truck transforms into like two military.
That was the premiere experience kicking in there. So
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
something
yeah.
like this in the recent past.
Yeah, and
But
don't
it's nice to
polyester
see it, yeah.
polyurethane have like the hair colours of the Promere lads?
It's blue,
Like
purpley blue,
bright blue,
and
kind of like it's like a.
I'm trying to.
What
It
do
was
you call it?
It's like
It's
a greeny blonde.
neon greenish blonde.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's yeah. That's probably the thing. And obviously, with their names, they don't take off their underpants and turn it into a gun. They just tear their fucking clothes off.
Yeah,
which is a good bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not clear what Gunsmith Bitch is, human, demon, or angel. And obviously there's kill the kill elements to her of stitching together underwear into weapons. Yeah.
So on the Trigger shared universe, we're going to see Ludoco show up any minute now.
Oh, we should mention that
she is a gun.
The pocket universe in which she lives is the pants dimension. Yeah, she's got like boots which are guns as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, I was getting like Bayonetta vibes off that. Yeah.
And her goggles kind of look like the gun nozzle as well. But yeah, she's just very gun themed, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, splendid episode. Ideal like midway point, ramping things up.
Well, the same way they did with Scanty and Nisas, who came in around the same point before, so it's like
yeah.
Boost the bazoo.
And now they're regulars on the cast, so it works. Yeah.
Finally, we've got Dan. Episode 18, We Became a Family, and episode 19, Feeling Kinda Gloomy, in which we get a rock and roll exorcism for Gigi in the first episode. Wow, what a good episode.
That really ruled, you know, as often the case when there's any kind of musical component to your like written and drawn comic book. You see they get adapted and they get we gotta put some kind of a show on here, and they don't let down.
Yeah, I like how much room they give it to breathe as well.
Yeah.
Like the musical segment, and I like the way like all the nearby ghosts pull themselves out of the grave and start headbanging along. Because I remember the
This
headbanging
hair metal
panels
is so
being
good, like
very
like
funny.
that regular ghosts are just like, we gotta fucking go to this concert, man.
And then, of course, Gigi saying, no, we can't exercise him because
He's my friend.
he's my friend.
I'm-
And this, yeah, again, these match up so well with what's going on in the comic at the moment. I do like how, of the band, the Hayashi musicians, they all look like Visual K guys, except the bass player, who just looks
Conspicuously,
totally normal.
like this like dude we got from America looks like with the
Yeah.
perm. And...
He specifically stuck on his bass, like, do not speak to it's like, listen, I don't speak the language. I'm just a session musician. I'm here to fucking exercise some ghosts, as session musicians sometimes do.
But then the lead
that's fine.
guitarist, he keeps like anything that the lead singer is saying. It's just he keeps like ripping or he's just going
Yeah.
And they explain that they've got no spiritual power, but then we also get like the explanation of like how powerful Gigi's spiritual power is. And so
I like the idea that it's like they don't have any spiritual power. They can't even see ghosts, and that's why they're great, because they can attract the ghosts with their rocking tunes, but they can't get possessed by anything because the ghosts are only here for the show. And what I love about that is essentially they're playing to 3 headbanging teenagers, and they're just like, yeah, they put on a really good show. They do not see the huge crowd of ghosts that they've gathered around them. They're consummate professionals, even though they're a little too polite. There's like, excuse me, is this like, get the fuck out of here? It's like, oh, okay, I guess we'll leave. Sorry, we just want to check this. This is the residents of Thing, and just like, yeah, it's like we're the band. Oh, okay. Everyone headbanging during their song is great. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have to repair the house after Evil Eye flipped out at the start of the episode. And then the end of the episode is your 2 girls drag Ocaran to a maid cafe in order to embarrass Momo.
Because she has to take a part-time job working in a cafe. Turns out it's a maid cafe. They didn't fucking tell her that, but it's like, I need to repair my fucking house because it's cold as shit. So she needs to earn some moolah. Yeah.
Yeah, they do tons of embarrassment.
Oh, we've lost Niall.
Oh. Did he cut
I'm
out?
right here.
Oh,
Okay.
he cut out there for a second.
Could not hear you at all there for a second.
Yeah, they really run her through the ringer of the embarrassing things of making her call him master and like do the moe tri-beam.
Also, clearly those 2 are like further along in knowing what the pair of them's relationship is than the pair of them.
They are trying to push it into thing. They're like, listen, we don't know about you, new guy, but our best friend seems to like you, so we're all about supporting you, even though you dipshits have not got it figured out yet.
It's really, really sweet. It's like,
it's genuinely really nice.
Like Okra is just like, I can stick around and walk home. It's just like, no, like, oh God,
I'm off at 10 o'clock, like, and it's the middle of the day, like, you're gonna, it's cold,
and it's like,
here all thing.
Like half it's just like, no, I don't want to see him to see me like this. Is fucking mortifying, God. But like a little bit
going
of
through the day of like walking past the clock, and like the clock has barely moved, and she's went through so many fucking embarrassing things. The customers like, fucking hell, it's a long day. But
then it's like, she's the crowd done, and she told him to get out of here, but she was thinking, oh, it'd be nice if he was around. But I did tell him to go home. But it's like, sorry, this just around the corner there, and it's just from Okra. That's some romantic shit right there. Just an injection right there. Is all this.
He's actually going to take her hand because it's cold out, and he's like, "Oh, can't be holding hands." And she kind of like scoops his hand out, and is like,
he carefully moves his hand into a position
he puts
where
it in a position where it could be picked up.
If she wants to hold his hand, it's there to be held.
He's holding the strap of his bag. He's not like gesturing or anything. It's totally cool. And she takes it. There's a lot of really sweet moments between them. They're stupid, cute kids. Yeah.
Yes, and then they go back home, and Gigi's controlling his transformation, and then Ira drops her boba tea all over him, and he has an uncontrolled transformation.
It's so good because it's showing like his spiritual power, like he's going. I like the way she holds the cigarette out to see like the smoke is actually getting pushed back by the spiritual power he's shooting out and that kind of stuff. But the boba tea she's drinking is like a Chekhov's gun in the scene. There is cold liquid in the scene. It's just like, well, then he's gonna get a little bit splashed, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's the thing of, particularly once you get the bit after they've defeated him and returned to Gigi, is because of Momo defeats him because she's got a mouth of hot water. That
It's
she
so good because when they come in out of the cold, like they're just taking a mouthful of the thermos, and like he instantly busts out, but busts out the house as well. So he's keeping
yeah
thermoses outside of the house. So she tries to
But
fucking push him back with her.
like, yeah, this GG is definitely feeling like a lot more like horrified because this one is some serious fucking shit. Or like, like he was like definitely going to kill her, and like if this one went on too far, and even
'Cause
like
it is really extreme.
the-
Like
the-
more
the-
like holding him back with the psychic hand, but he's kind of like making the house smaller to get closer to her,
Yes.
and then he's just straight up strangling her, and she's like, "I had a mouthful of fucking hot water this entire time. That was my plan." She's like, "Whew, that was a close one, huh, guys?" And everyone's like, "You almost fucking died." Like she's like, "No, that was my plan. I was going to draw him in, then spit hot water in his face." And even
Yeah.
Gigi's obviously horrified because
He is, but then you get the bit where Okarun
Yeah.
goes to comfort her, and you just get that zoom in, and Gigi knows, oh, okay, no, I don't, I'm not, there's no romance for me here. Just from the zoom, you can tell his heart breaking.
It's that, and the fact that Okarun has pushed him aside.
Yes.
Okarun, who has been a staunch fucking friend to him in like the prior arc and stuff, it's just like, I'm less fucking interested in you right now, bud, than this girl, and it's just like, oh, so this isn't a thing, and also we're not that close as friends. Okay.
Yeah,
And
and
so he
also,
starts breaking in like 2 weeks.
yeah, three ways, because he's also worried that Seiko's burnt her
Yeah.
hand, trying to, which obviously plays
That-
into the current story.
That little shot of her, like she'd placed a talisman on the fucking psychic house and burned her hand fucking doing it. It's just like everyone's suffering because of me and my selfishness of wanting to be friend with this horrible ghost. Basically, it's like maybe I'm wrong, because that's the conversation that the granny's having with the temple kid, where it's just like, adults, we say to kids, it's like, yeah, you can just do whatever you want, and the kid who runs the temple is like, yeah, we're banishing this fucking ghost. Like it's just happening. We can't go. Adults also have to tell kids the harsh truth and that kind of shit. And it's just like even the granny's kind of being a bit childish in her way of just like, just let the kids. Yeah, we'll go with the kid. I'll make this horrible ghost part of my family. Maybe we can't. It does try to beat the shit out of us every time it escapes.
Yeah, so Okarun wants to get better at fighting, so he first goes to Mr. Peeny's dairy farm, where we get to see what he looks like when he's moving among humans.
I
Also,
like the fact his eyes are just sticking out of his hat. Like those are his real eyes sticking out of his hat, and it's just a fake.
yes,
face.
and he's
That's a great look.
he has now set up like a very big dairy farm very quickly.
I think he's working on someone else's dairy farm and just like skimming some milk off the side. Probably fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they say it's his farm though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because there's a guy. Oh, maybe not. There's a guy there who's like, oh, there's a guy here to see you.
There's a guy who says he knows you or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Mr.
I thought he was
Peony-
working on a farm.
Yeah, maybe he's just working on the farm. Maybe he's just still got that one cow. I don't think we see his home life again.
But he lives on a fucking flying saucer. So
Yeah. Well, no, he landed it just over there.
no,
That's where he lives now.
the flying saucer is his mobile home. Like,
So then Okarun
Yeah.
decides he's not going to train him how to punch. So Okarun decides to learn from Momo's manga how to punch. And then Turbo Granny goes, look, you're not going to get any strong. Do you want to learn how to punch, or do you want to learn how to get stronger? It's like,
and it's also like, is there someone you want to kill? It's like, no, I want to be able to knock fucking Evil Eye on his ass. Because thing. And she's like, okay, if you want to learn about stronger, come with me, kid. I'll show you what's what. And
yes,
obviously,
we're going to break into school, and also Ira's here because she didn't have much to do in the previous arc.
so she's sneaking around, going like, "I'm just following you. You can't stop me, and just tell me what you're doing."
And she's like, they go to the music room. She's like, plonk, 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 jump as I press this. And then he goes, haha, jumping idiot. But
Like he initially thinks it's training, but no, this is a fucking metaphor. For you're basically moving at this rhythm, whereas this is the rhythm that Evil Eye is moving at. Bump, 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 like 4 beats for every one of your beats. And technically, he's moving faster now because he's got that ghost soccer ball. He's got the ghost house. He's got other fucking shit going on. So he'd be technically up to 10 beats. 10 beats to your 1 beat. And it's like, oh, he's faster than you. It's like, no one's faster than Turbo Granny. You're fucking it up. I'm going to teach you how to do it right.
Yeah. And then Beethoven shows up.
Beethoven and his cadre of evil composers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next week they're going to beat up the cast of Classicaloid.
Well, big head Classicaloid, I guess, but I think that
This is true. It's the haunted.
Beethoven.
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
it's the haunted composer painting school myth.
Yeah, one of the 7 mysteries or something like that. Yeah.
I think this is the point at which I jumped in on the manga.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one to do.
Maybe it was maybe it was the table flip, or maybe I think maybe the table flip. Yeah, now I think about it. Yeah, but this is like definitely one of like the. And then I went backwards and caught up with the rest of it. So you can just hop into a Shonen Jump manga, guys. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it was just like I this is interesting and cool and weird. I'm having a good time, but I don't quite know the context of things. It's like now you can go back and read the other stuff. It's like, yeah, just jump in wherever. People are always like, oh, I don't want to read One Piece or Spider-Man because it's been going on for years and years and years. And it's just like the best comic to start with is the one where you look at the cover and goes like, cool, and you open up and goes like, cool. That's the one you start with. It's easy.
Yeah. I think I was saying that on Blue Sky when the old recommending people Watchmen thing came up again. It's like, yeah, Watchmen's got. The reason I wanted to buy Watchmen in sort of around 89, 90 is because I'd seen so many people wearing those T-shirts and so many people wearing those badges, and I was like, that looks cool. I want to know what that is about. Please, parents, take me to every bookshop and comic shop in Hertfordshire on holiday so I can try and find this comic.
See, the problem was like I'd read Watchmen and I was like, yeah, like this Rorschach guy seems pretty cool, but I'd actually read the was it the Denny O'Neil run on Question before I'd read Watchmen? Yes. And I was like, this is better though. I like this one better. It's the order shit you read, and like like I said, it's the one you read first is the one that is good to start with.
Yeah, as I say, a cool cover. It can do the job, particularly if it actually reflects the contents, which is obviously with the all the variant covers you have nowadays.
No,
no, but at least Marvel and DC seem to be
a good comic.
Yeah, at least they seem to be past the point of like, oh, we can't have a comic we just want a comic with a good image on it and not have it reflect. They do generally the specific covers now do generally reflect what's inside.
Yeah. Well, unless there's some theme going on. Yeah.
What's episode 2 was it's kind of illustrative of what the appeal of Dan is, why it has so many, like, it's drawn in so many people now to it from all kinds of backgrounds and interests. Is that so like in the kind of a Shonen Jump fighty comic about whatever thing like that. There'd be kind of about the fighting, and there'd be kind of what appears to be kind of a token romance. It'd be like, here's the sort of, to be it's like, making Google as the terrible, have some kind of zany shenanigans in the lighter chapters, but it won't really be a thing seriously until the last episode. We'll go, we saved the world. I love you. No, it has the romance here, and it spends equal time on developing the romance and ongoing fighty supernatural plot as well. It's not just like a secondary thing. It's a core part of the thing from the off.
Because the scenes I remember are these amazing vistas of action sequence, of fight sequence, like the band playing, that kind of thing. This thing is really fucking fun to watch. This musical fucking bit, that's great. But then it's also the scenes of it's just like, oh, they're holding hands. Oh, that's nice. Or there's a bit of teen drama where it's like, oh, fuck, my heart is broken several ways over. And it actually, like, it does develop those things in between the amazing action sequences that the comic is also known for. Which, like you said, that's a great way to do it.
The thing this week which struck me from reading stuff on Manga Plus is I think the reason I like it, and this is specifically in comparison to Chainsaw Man, is that characters may act foolish, they may occasionally be fools, but they're not idiots.
Yes.
The problem I've currently got with Chainsaw Man is I think possibly every single character is an idiot.
Listen, it's a horrific one, but I think Chainsaw Man is a comedy, like nearly.
Yes, yes. I think it's. I think it's fine because it is. I think it is a comedy. I think it's a satire, and it doesn't matter so much if it's an idiot. I was like,
how much can people double down before we all die?
Yeah, I was like,
Let's find out.
this week's chapter is like, am I supposed to feel sympathy with Denji as a victim? Or am I supposed to go, Denji, you're an idiot?
Yeah.
The same thing has happened to you twice in a single chapter.
You were being tricked, and you know you're kind of being tricked, but he's like, yeah, but like, you know.
But at the same time, everybody else who's tricking him or trying to get him to help them are also idiots because they're using
Yeah.
Denji to help them. At this point, I guess it's desperation. But yes, I think that's in comparison, because obviously they're going to get comparison due to the relationships of the authors
way-
and the similar time they came out.
In Dandadan, the way the characters are stupid or silly or make dumb mistakes, it's very like real, even when they're being like silly goobers about it. You know,
Yes.
like it's very human.
Yes, I think it's like I say. I think it's the difference between being an idiot and a fool. Where it's because a fool can cover a lot of things. Yeah, that I think though is enough for this week. Let's knock it on the head. Ta-ra for now. We'll be back next week as long as I don't burn my body out going to watch 4 days of wrestling. Well, 3 days and then 1 day to recover. Toodle pip.
Well,
Good night. Good night.